I want all the smoke. 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 Burn my grab it and burn these bridges. Run them up like raw, light them up like Switzerland. You be cutting up, chop and hit them from a distance. Tell these motherfucking niggas I want all the smoke.
Yes, indeed. What's going on? Yo, listen up, man. It's a beautiful day outside, even though it was raining. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Strictly SP. Producer, manager, engineer, all that good shit that you guys like me to say or not like me to say. It don't matter. I'm saying it because that's my fucking intro. I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, it's the boy Strictly SP, producer, manager, engineer. You're here at Small Town Productions, yes, the studio. Yes, today's really interesting podcast. I have my mans with me. I call him Mr. Just I don't even know. It's so much words that comes to my mind that I just don't even know what to say. Just okay. Let me just say this. All right, like if you really love your girl, don't have him around. Don't bring your girl around. You know what I'm saying? If you really love your girl, especially if he's gonna sing. Be careful with my nigga if he's gonna sing, because if he sings and your girl's around, you're gonna feel away. I'm just letting y'all. I'm not trying to hype it up. I got footage. I'll show y'all, motherfuckers. Like this is serious out here. But anyways, man, like I said, I like to introduce my man's Zenas Jones. Shinzo, I could say that too. Shinzo. Yeah. Sorry, thank you for that.
Not many people know the last name.
But anyways, you know what I'm saying? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Like you said, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Feels good to be here, you know.
Feels good.
First time actually behind the mic like this. You know what I'm saying? So
how to do it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm doing good, man.
Doing good.
Just living and maintaining. You know how that go.
Okay.
You know how that go.
So like I ask everybody that comes here, or I'm gonna start to ask people that come here. How is your mental?
I'm gonna keep it completely transparent with you, bro.
Yes.
It's been quite a time. It's been better. It's been better. You know, I'm coming off of a whole lot of sleepless nights as of lately. Never really been able to just get a good night's sleep in terms of just recovery and rejuvenation and whatnot. It's just been a lot kind of a little bit difficult to do, if I'm being honest with you. And it's just been you know, I don't really talk about it with many people. But
well, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but this is that type of vibe that we're gonna have to be talking about everything here, Rando.
Oh, for sure.
Don't pull up to this establishment or to this, you know what I mean, to this podcast that's not a podcast.
Hey, right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And not try to talk to us, you know what I'm saying? Because we're here to talk, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
this is like everybody, like I said, I watch a lot of podcasts, and you know, the vibe that they always try to give you, just like, you know, this is just a conversation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what this is as well. This is a conversation with your boy. But
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if you know me, which you know me,
I do.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat shit. You know what I mean?
We here with it.
We go there. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
like I said, like going back, like how was your mental? Like really speak on it. Like how do you feel right now? Like what's going on? Because you said you said it was a little rocky. So what was rocky about it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you know, to kind of put it in a to start it off, you know what I'm saying, I've been kind of dealing with still the drawback from a reason I laid off, essentially. From my, you know, job that I was at type deal. I actually really did fuck with the job heavy, you know, music, being able to be within my element and stuff, right?
So you worked at like a music store type of stuff?
Yeah, I worked at like a music store type deal. You know, I worked for like the it was my role there was essentially being the one that provided certain things for people who did shows and stuff.
Okay.
And being able to just be able to be within my element compared to my past few jobs where, like, you know, the first one I had, COVID happened, so niggas got getting laid off left and right type shit. Second one I was at, that shit felt like a slow death. Like every time I went, nigga was down in those Starbucks double shots and shit, so just to not feel shit and the day just go by fast.
Wait, you were taking double shots of espresso?
Yeah, bro, you know little canned Starbucks drinks you be getting from like Wawa and shit, the vanilla joints, nigga. I would take one of those like that morning and just go through the day not feeling shit. I would just be running off the caffeine and whatnot.
But why though? Like, what was the reason?
The job was not fulfilling, bro. It's like one of those things where you know that you being somewhere And on top of that, niggas being like, you tell them, oh, why you here? And you tell them you got a college degree and shit. They be like, so why are you here?
Valid.
And they be like, and then at least it reverberates in your head. They be like, why are you here? But then you have like those meetings and shit where people be talking about how like the retirement benefits and whatnot, being there for a long time. Niggas saying they there for like 60+ years and okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know about
like
all
shit
that.
like that. And so that job, I ended up just straight up leaving. Like July 4th of last year was my final day, and I was just like, I'm not coming back. They blew my phone the fuck up. So the last job I was at was the one I was like perfect. You know, my homeboy linked me up cons. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shout out
Me
to
and
damn
whatnot.
cons. Shout out
Yes,
to damn
sir.
cons.
Linked me up and everything was all good with that. But you know, Cinco de Mayo of this year, niggas let me go.
They got you on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna sit here and say like the niggas. I ain't gonna sit here and say that the niggas wasn't in the like. Let me keep it a bean with you. Like, as far as certain things, you know, we are the ones that provide stuff for the people to like do shows and stuff. And you know, there are certain things where we like, it wasn't just me. It was like me and 2 other people type deal. But like certain things that we were supposed to pack up, certain things were may have not have been in the van. We had to go ahead and grab it, so we had to double back to the damn store to pick it up type shit. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was a model employee because I was not. You know what I'm saying? I was diligent.
So you trying to say are you trying to say like,
I'll put it to you like this. I understand why. I understand why they let me go. But the thing is that given the stuff that have occurred and whatnot, it's fucked up that I was the first to go.
You know, that's crazy about life though. You know what I mean? I will say that's crazy about life, that the fact that how much good as you do, how much better you do compared to your coworkers, you're the first one to always go somehow, some way. And
then it's always the bad shit that they tend to zero on in relative. Like, I'm the main one that try to provide for customers and whatnot. But you know, certain things happen here and there, and I understand why. But again, it goes back to this. It goes back to the whole thing of, I know that there's something that I need, something within myself that makes it so that it's a greater area for me to be in, rather than just clocking into somebody's job every once in a while and stuff like that. So it kind of puts things to perspective of, you have experienced all forms of the jobs that you had, and you've experienced all of them, from like getting furloughed to leaving the one that you know isn't for you to getting let go because of this. I feel like I went through all the motions now, but here is where I'm talking about as far as like this turbulent area I'm in right now. I'm at a place now where it's a lot of I don't want to say it's stress, but it's a lot of uncertainty, and I try not to let certain things stress me out so much, because I'll be like, I know what needs to be done, and I gung ho that shit. So by those sleepless nights, I can't sleep, so I'm working.
But why you have that's kind of where I want to go to it though. Like, I mean, before we even get into deep, let's go back. Let's stay. You're right. Let's stay there a little bit. So like, so you're saying that, you know, being let go at your job, as well. Let me use the word they like to use. Did they use this word on you? You got terminated?
Yeah, I mean, you can say that.
Because they like using that word.
You know what the fucked up thing is? Real quick, you know what the fucked up thing is? The niggas had me go a whole work day.
You did old shit?
Nigga, I took the garbage out, came back in, and then it's like, yo, Zenas, what's up? They leave you in the front. That nigga came me my check in an envelope saying, I gotta let you go.
That's how you know you gotta let go, right? They gave you the shit envelope.
It was a sealed envelope. Nigga said, I gotta let you go.
Yo.
Wow.
But they told you why they let you go.
No, not even. He didn't even give me a piece of like, I'm letting you go because this, and that. He just said, I gotta let you go. If you need any references, let us know. We got, and we'll give
Wait. They didn't tell you why they let you go.
And see, this is why I said,
so this is you being hard on yourself then, because you don't even know why they let you go.
But see, that's what I'm saying. If I were to deduce why, I can see why they did, because I'm very intuitive. So
okay.
I can understand why. It's not like they just really.
But that's very interesting, because a lot of people is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will.
They would like put you to the side and be like, I gotta let you go because of A, B, C, D.
I mean, that's what they were supposed to do in the first place. What I'm trying to say is, like, going back to you, because it's about you at the end of the day. That's very interesting about you, that you're able to still dissect yourself even through turmoil. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, people are very, very quick to blame others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So the fact that you was like, all right, bro, I got this. What happened with me?
Listen, when it comes down to it, bro, nobody's harder on myself than I. When the shit doesn't go right for like a small percentage, I zero in on that small percentage because it's usually something stupid. It's like, all right, I didn't do well on this particular task, not because I was inadequate, But because there was one little instance that I didn't really zero in on the way that I could have, that I know I could have, and this is why the outcome turned into it. Like just recently, there was something that I submitted to from the, like it was like a contest to be able to work with Rodney Jenkins.
Okay.
If you don't know who Rodney Jenkins is, that's Dark Child.
I ain't gonna lie, you don't know who. Fuck all that. If you don't know who Roddy is, then honestly, you just too young. That's all I'm gonna say.
True.
I just said like I came to the point that I'm just gonna start saying that because you know why I'm gonna start saying that. You know why I'm gonna start speaking on that. As much as I hate doing stuff like that, but like these young niggas, bro, which I don't feel I'm that old, but these young niggas out here to be on some like, nigga, you old. They quit to tell you old. So now I'm quit to tell you young.
Right. No, you too young. And you know it's crazy because like I'm so quick to tell people, or I'm so quick to be like, oh, you know, it's this person, and they don't know who I'm talking about, and I feel like it's common knowledge. But then as you say, I gotta remember, oh wait, that's like I was legit when he was out here, but like still. And
thank you for saying still, because in hindsight, you know what I'm saying, and it goes back to like how much you love what you do. That's my opinion. In hindsight, think what you just said. You were young and you still knew who this person was. I feel the same way. Like I was young, I still knew who that person was. That's not because off rip I'm supposed to know who that is because I'm doing music. No, it's because you do your due diligence and understanding what's going on in the field that you're in.
Field you got to know what you got to know these things if you're gonna immerse yourself within it.
Exactly.
So I submitted to this contest to work with him and whatnot. Right. Okay. They chose over 100 people for the first round. Right. For the first round.
100 people
for the first round, right? And like, and I hate to be this way, but this is why me being hard on myself. Not that I'm comparing, but it's just like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm listening to the songs that they when they
you get to hear the songs that they.
I got to hear the songs that they wanted to show. Like they either the songs that they submitted or the songs that they wanted to show people, and then I'm listening.
Wow,
and I'm
that's
like,
kind of lit.
I'm like, wait a minute.
This is what I'm up against.
But that's just it. And maybe and I'm gonna be this kind of nigga, and I'm not this kind of nigga at all, but just because I know too many people that are like this, so I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Maybe it's the Leo in me that's like, what the fuck? I wasn't chosen and these niggas was? Cause I'm like, this shit's hot. My shit's like,
so wait, so you feel, I apologize, but do you feel that it's the Leo in you?
I ain't gonna lie,
or do you feel like it's just
maybe it's
you? Okay, yeah, like is it you? Like
it's a little bit of both. Cause
I'm sorry, but I
know you were gonna go there. And this is all I'm saying.
I'm tired of this whole sign shit. Like, yo, stop it, bro. Like,
I don't address it at all.
I hate the sign shit.
I rarely address it, but I know you got some people out there that may watch this. They may be like, oh yeah, that's very Leo.
Listen. I'm one of those people that gonna tell you straight up. If you tell me that I'm doing something because of my sign, I'm gonna look at you like you're stupid. I'm gonna look at you like you're stupid because a lot of the times you don't really know. I've had people come to me and be like, "Oh, you were sad, Sean, because the way you did it," and I'd be like, and I ain't gonna lie to you on some because I'm an ass.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, nigga, I'm not that son, nigga. Hell nah. Like, what are you talking about?
You bet people who watch that shit, they probably, I pretty much nailed it out right there because they probably be like, he's probably a Leo. I am a Leo, but that's not really. But the thing is, it's like it's more the competitiveness because it's like I'm not usually a competitive person. I used to not be.
Okay.
Until I started talking my shit more, and then it's like, y'all niggas really like, am I being overlooked over niggas that like aren't as meticulous as this? And so from not being selected out of those 100 after the stuff that I know I'm capable of and how much I've like evolved in just my ability on what I do, it kind of took a toll on me, man. It took a toll on me, aside from other things that have like been occurring, which I'm sure we'll get closer. We'll get farther into the podcast and I'll discuss it.
When you said, no, don't fear, this is not a podcast.
It's not, but it ain't. All right.
Thank you for tuning into this podcast. But it ain't a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all getting the gist of what was going on. But yeah, like do you feel that? Do you truly feel that you being because you're hard on yourself, right? Like you're strong. I mean, you take yourself seriously. You're hard on yourself. Pause. But yeah, also that was crazy. Now that I hear that, yeah, that was crazy. Pause. But do you feel that you're really judgmental on yourself like that, or do you feel that people are overlooking you? Like, which one is it? Do you feel like it is?
I'm going to say a little bit of both, but that's not an adequate answer. So I'm going to say this.
Can't pick both, guy.
Right. So, the reason I'm so hard on myself, because I always remember the times where I, in a sense, hesitated on making that jump to at least make the attempt. So it's one of those things where I remember this like it was yesterday, and this is gonna be really like, damn, nigga, really should get over it. But like when I was in a marching band, and all my brow right here, I was on my marching.
You was in a marching band?
I was in marching band in Walker Elementary.
In elementary school, you was in the
Fifth
marching
grade,
band.
I was in a marching band, marching all over on Sis Drunk, Martin Luther King Boulevard. Nigga, I was the ones out there being
elementary school.
Elementary school.
So was this like your whole elementary school? I'm trying to,
fifth grade.
Just your fifth grade?
Fifth grade. But
you was in a marching band.
But that was a yes.
What instrument were you
I
playing?
played both the snare drum and the tenor drum.
Okay, so you was a cool nigga.
Yeah, no. I was nowhere in the brass. Okay. I was just running the back.
Because if you're in the back going,
I was a cool nigga for real.
I don't get up under that shit. Is cool. Like I feel like anybody who know how to play the instruments is dope. But at the end of the day, that's not the shit though. Like niggas ain't trying to.
So be that as it may, niggas, there was drumline tryouts and shit, right?
Okay.
So
niggas was on that. You was on your Nick Cannon. You was on your Nick Cannon shit.
But here's the thing, right? Nigga, I was a timid ass jit when I was younger. Like I was very reserved. I didn't do too much. I tried to stay out the way. And so when I tried to go after this, knowing I wasn't, I didn't go as crazy with the whole preparing for the whole like tryout. And so when there's certain shit that happened, I know what I'm looking at, but I just was so overwhelmed that at that point I just crapped out. Like I didn't do a good job. And nigga said, all right, go ahead back inside.
So you know what's interesting about that? You said that? So for me knowing you now, I can see you not doing a good job, but not in the format of like it didn't sound good. Cause I feel like you're a really talented person, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I will always think that the talent overseed whatever you try to do. I just think that you probably didn't make, in my mind, even this is not probably how it went, but the person I know you are to this day, I look at it as like you didn't because you're shy. You're a shy person, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like you're reserved. You're more of a reserved person. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you said. It's not that you come out your skin. You be like I said. Now he'll sing the panties off your girl, my nigga. Like keeping it a G with
real,
you.
The conversations that we've had have put a lot of shit into perspective as far as like, yo, like if you know you can do this shit, if you know that you got that shit, why the fuck are you not letting niggas know you about that shit?
Say that one more time and look into this camera right here.
If you know you got that shit and you know that you about that shit, why ain't you letting these niggas know that shit?
That's a bar. Wait. Message.
But
nah, real talk.
So whenever I think of this shit and I be like, all right, I'm about to really go crazy on this and I'm about to put my all into this. But then it's like you do all that and then again overshadow to people who, in my opinion, would not like. I can write circles around their ass. Like I can write circles around them. I can structure circles around them. And of course, this might be my ego talking. I'm gonna be self-aware and acknowledge that.
Nothing's wrong with having an ego,
right?
By the way.
But see, at the same time, from that ego, it's still able to be bruised. So when I didn't get picked out of 100 niggas, 100, I didn't make one out of that. So it's like, damn,
I could have been a 99 problem, nigga.
Right, nigga. I'm talking like it was a Twitter space. He literally named 20 people per break between songs, and that whole time I'm just waiting to hear my name. Didn't hear it.
Did you feel like you was gonna be named? By the way,
I'll put it to you like this.
Like, were you confident you was gonna be heard?
I done, based on the last shits I be submitting to, this the one right here. I might not make top 20, but nigga, I'm at least top 70.
You felt like your name was gonna be called.
I'm at least within the 70 mark.
Damn. So you put yourself in a bracket like, yo, I'm top 70.
I didn't expect myself to be. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like as raw as I know I am, I at least am able to not be too. I don't see, because if you're delusional about something, it's only delusional if you don't. It's only toxic delusional.
Okay.
If you don't have a reason to be that way. Like if you a nigga that you know you don't rap good, but you think you gonna out rap the niggas that be doing that shit every day because you feel like you just got it like that when you know you didn't put the work in, why you're just delusional for no reason.
Nah, I blame the people around them.
That too.
I blame the people around them.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, why do you think you can still do this, bro? Like, what's going on?
You
like,
having people around you that feel like you just because they want to not hurt your feelings.
Talk to your man.
You gonna embarrass yourself. I'm far from the point of embarrassing myself. I had a situation that I'll tell you a little bit later on where I jumped the gun thinking I was ready, and instead the motherfucker pretty much told me over the phone, yo, You ain't ready for this shit.
Oh,
You didn't do your homework. You don't know who the fuck I am. I could easily finesse you and take advantage of you because you think
and
you
they
ready.
told you that.
That nigga kept it 100% real with me because he said a tweet, call me ready to work. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna call him ready to work.
You should have kept talking to him.
Like, I really should have. Cause I don't know if
somebody who keep it a thigh while with you, bro. Like you need them on your side.
I can tell he was talking to me from his office phone. You know why? You wanna know why?
Why?
That nigga had me on speaker because I could hear the reverberation out the damn through the speakers.
Look, see what I'm saying? Look at that. I'm not saying a lot of people would not catch the waves of that, but that's my point. So this is why I say like this is why you're so talented because you can hear little tinks like that,
bro.
Like that nigga heard.
That nigga was in college. I picked up that phone. That nigga testing me out. I put my phone down. I'm like.
I'm on speakerphone. Hold up.
No, not even like the call ended. I'm just looking. I'm just in my room by myself, and I'm just like, damn. I can't even be mad at that. Like, cause he was a real nigga for being straight up. Like, bro, I could take advantage of you right now and not even. You ain't do your homework. You don't know nothing about me. What you got? What's your
what made him like? What was the initial thing that made him?
You know what it
say
was?
That to you?
And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I answered the phone, and I think I can remember this verbatim. Hey man, I saw your tweet and I'm ready to work. That's all I said.
That's all you said?
That's all I fucking said. I'm every bit of maybe 18, 19 years old.
That's all you said?
And that's all I fucking said.
Interesting. Okay.
If you're ever going into any type of opportunity, do your fucking homework before you call any number, before you send any email, before you do anything. Because if they ask you, do you know who I am? And you don't know
who they are, it makes no sense of listen.
It doesn't make if they're not a person of good character, they gonna fuck you up all in every way situation.
This is why I feel that people who going back to jobs, right? Like you said something that kind of clicked with me, and it was effective. You kind of was saying the fact of, you don't really do good with jobs that seem like you were trying to hint at. Like you know what I mean, like you're a good worker, you do your work, you're a good worker, but when it comes to like
my fulfillment.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like it's not really there for you. And I feel the same way with myself. Like I'm a good worker, I work good, but there are little things that's gonna make me. There's little things that, like you said, that can get me terminated, that can get me fired. One main thing is, like I said, I'm not good. I'm not gonna say I'm not good with timing, but I just don't. I'm not trying to. I'm not. If I wake up late to work, I am not rushing. I'm already late.
Why rush?
I mean,
no,
I'm already late.
Hey,
like,
look, hey man, look, and like real quick tangent, nigga. Tell me what, like, there was these times where I would do things, they would come to the back and be like, "Why did you do this?" But then it's like you tell me to look for shit to do, and then I look for shit to do, but then you say it's the wrong shit to do,
and then I'm in trouble. See, they had me like that too. I ain't gonna say where I used to work at, but I used to work at I'm not gonna say which airline, but I worked at an airline before. And they did me like that too. Honestly, that's how I got fired as well. Like they were telling first they wanted us to, when you're chilling, instead of chill, they wanted you to go to a different gate. But if you have like 20 niggas at a gate already, what the fuck you want me to do? Nigga, I'm going to go chill.
Yeah, fuck that.
So then when you go, so instead of you hiding, I used to actually be in the break room because I'm thinking, hey, if you need me, I'm in the break room. Yeah. Still got in trouble. So all I learned from there, I just learned that you just out of mind, out of sight. You gotta hide, like fuck it.
Yeah. So given all of that shit that happened with that experience, it lets me be a lot more self-aware about certain shit. So when I wasn't selected for this whole thing with the contest, it kind of made me a lot more harder on myself because it made me feel like, damn, in the midst of all of this, am I still missing something? I done receive instruction in terms of songwriting from Grammy Award winning like writers and producers and shit, Class A advice, Class A tips and tricks and whatnot, graduated from the academy that I learned it from, and with years upon what I have now, pretty much used my prowess to get to this point. And I had to do a video where I had to introduce myself, where I felt like it was a nice 60-second introduction of who I am. I showed my my instrument ability, my vocal ability, and just my background in that 60 seconds. And it just still wasn't enough.
What's on you? Wait, this is when you're 18 though.
No, this is the contest that I submitted to.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, like not too long ago.
Okay.
So from doing all of that and still doing my homework and doing my due diligence and knowing what I have to do, and to not still be chosen for that, it kind of rocked me. So
what song did you perform, by the way?
The song that I sent in was a recent song I did called Carousel. I believe it was my recent release. Back in earlier this month, the 2nd. So it had everything. It had a nice beat, like lyrics that you can actually have a story along with, you know, a catchy hook, because show it to people and people are singing it all around and whatnot. People who don't really vibe to my music like that, I show it to them and they're like, yo, I need this in my playlist. It's like, you know, again, one of those things of everything is hitting on all cylinders. So what was I missing that made it be like, put him in there?
Did you, I mean, do you feel like you got the answer now though?
To be real, ever since that happened, I've been sort of uprooting a lot. I done went back to, you know, going back to what we was talking about a long time ago as far as like simplicity in beats, knowing exactly what makes a good instrumental, something that people will want to get on and stuff like that, what makes a song catchy and all of that. I've been literally going back to the drawing board as if I'm new to this shit. Like, it's a humbling experience, yes, but I would be lying if I told you that it's not discouraging. Because after all this time that I've been doing this and whatnot, it makes me kind of feel like I did a tweet recently where I was like, potential. I'm sick of it. I'm trying to be undeniable. Because at this point, man, I'm just like, everybody says, you know, music has potential. What the fuck is potential if I never go past that? So it's like, that was a whole ordeal.
What the fuck is potential?
If I can't never go past it.
You never can go past it. Message.
So it's from that situation right there, it seemed like a whole thing again where we saw, if you weren't picked, you still have the artistry. You're essentially saying, although you weren't picked, just know that you're still talented and whatnot, but that still had the underlying parentheses, italics, potential.
Okay.
It's like,
so
damn.
Okay, so let's get down a little bit into like the crinks and crammies of what you just said right now, right? So for me, listening to what you just said, right? I asked you, like, do you think you found, like, you know, the recipe, or you got the answers to, like, you know, help you, you know, get over that hump? And I think what you're doing is definitely what it's needed. But personally, me, if yes, me out looking in and knowing the type of person you are, I think something that's missing into your repertoire or to what's going on in your situation is what I've been always telling everybody. Listen, I'm gonna be hard on you. I'm gonna say it. What my team, this fucking team that I'm with, Small Town, what we're missing is us coming together. I'll be honest. I feel that we're not together as much as we should. And I'm not saying just chilling and stuff like that, which that will help, but I'm just saying come together as help one another out into what's going on and have each other accountable to the things that's going on. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, you see how you had your submission that you had to turn into. I felt that was something that you should have been doing is let us help you pick those songs out, or have us help you formulate what's going on. Because in the midst of that, we are going to, besides you thinking of ideas, we're going to come up with ideas to help you enhance it and be different. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because don't forget, you're an artist. And a lot of things that artists keep forgetting, that you can, yes, because you're independent, you're doing everything yourself, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to not have a team. Having a team is very important. Especially when you're trying to be an artist, because you cannot do everything. Sometimes you need to just tell somebody, like, hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, can you do this for me? And give that task to them, so you can branch off and do other things slash just be the artist in a type of way. So I feel like that's one thing. That's one of the main things I feel like you should be doing is, you know, I'm not saying depending on us, but leaning on us a little bit to help you with your power, to help you on your guide to what you're trying to get to.
No, you're right. And well, it's funny that you say that, because that kind of goes, it's like a whole like other underlying thing as to why I'm not aside from just, you know, along with that, but just asking for help in general.
When none of us is good at that.
You know, so like, and it kind of goes back to what I'm saying as far as, like, you know, you asked me about my mental health as of recently, you know, as how it's been as of recently and whatnot. You know, I tend to really, you know, shut off when I'm going through certain things and I don't really reach out to anybody. I told somebody recently, like, I'm if I don't say anything to you, it's mainly because I separate myself to try to make sense of it myself. Because I'm the first one to feel like me talking to anybody about anything I'm going through is burdensome. And I've dealt with that literally all my life, because I try my best not to be both a nuisance, a burden, or somebody that is just dumping shit onto someone who could possibly be going through certain things themselves. And I don't want to add on to somebody else's bullshit. Like
I can totally understand what you're saying, because I'm talking about myself. Like, I'm a type of person that I do the same thing. Like, I don't get people involved as much as I say as much as. I say we should be doing. And my reason for that is because, I'll be honest, my reason for that because I want to be so good that when you guys do see the work, I want y'all to be like, hey, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel
that's
that.
100% him. Like, he did that.
I feel that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which at times I try a lot of which at times and I know when I say this, you will see that I'm not flagging or I'm not violating what I'm saying, but that's why at times I catch myself and I end up calling you, or I call this person, I'd be like, hey, let me help me do this, or let me see, hey, that I start asking questions. It's because it's not the fact that I don't know it overall, it's just the fact that, you know, like, you know what, I ventured out a little bit, so let me get a second opinion now.
Right.
I tried it out. Let me get a second opinion now. So that's kind of what I be trying to do overall. But going back to what I said, like, I feel like that's a lot. That's in this group that we have. I feel like that's our main problem overall. That we're not using each other wisely into the ventures that we're doing.
Yeah, and you know, that in and of itself is something that could be, you know, can be remedied as time goes on. Like, there's no worry about that. It's just about getting this whole thing situated as far as just being able to say what's up, you know, because I've dealt with that, like I said, for legitimately all my life. If I'm going through things, I'd rather just deal with it. If I self-destruct mildly in the midst of it, I'd rather do that by myself than just straight up pour it on with somebody else type deal.
Do you? Yeah, I should ask this question. Do you? I mean, for the ladies that know you, you know what I mean, I would think they would want to know as well. So, like, do you have a significant other or somebody in the picture? So you don't. So see, this is why this thing is dangerous.
I know, but
you don't have a significant other. It's dangerous, guys, because it's dangerous. Because it's dangerous because you already
I'm already able to be by myself, so I don't want to be by anyone. Okay, I see what you're saying with that. And it's funny you say that, because like, and this gonna really make it look even worse when you say that, because I've gotten to a point now when I interact with especially older women, they tend to be very blatant about what it is that they're looking for, and they don't really give me the runaround as far as certain things that what their intentions are.
I love that.
So
shout out to all the women.
So when I receive that, and I can understand that there's a certain type of dynamic that is set in place from the jump. And I dealt with this in college when that wasn't addressed, and I ended up thinking it's one way, but it wasn't the other, based on certain things that weren't articulated in the beginning. So nowadays, if I'm giving a certain type of dynamic, or I'm told of a certain type of dynamic, this is how things are, this is how things are not going to be, are you okay with that? It's up to me to determine if it's something I want to subject myself to or not. More oftentimes than not, if I align with it, that's cool. So I went from that to trying to apply that to other interests, where I say, hey, just so you know, I can be there for you, I can talk to you, but it will be irresponsible for me to tell you that I'm emotionally available for a relationship when I am not. I can be there for you, be a good friend, give you good dick, but don't expect nothing from me as far as a relationship, because I can't do it. I'm not there for you. Like, I can't be available for you like that. They say cool, but then when I express it.
Nah, it's they cool, and then when they go through life and they see how good of a nigga you is, they like, yo, come on, baby.
And then it's like, nah, we talked about this. Don't make this awkward for me, because then it's not gonna. I'm not gonna want to talk. I'm dealing with that now, right? By the way,
I was about to say, I was like, listen, I know the feeling. I be in that same boat with myself.
And you know the crazy thing is?
I ain't gonna cap.
The crazy thing is that I'm like this now. I used to be the fucking worst in terms of hopeless romanticism when it comes to that. I was writing poems.
So what made you change to like a fuck love type of nigga right now, whatever?
This is actually a good segue as to what came. This actually is a good segue as to what brought about villain art.
Oh, okay.
So
which is a song that
is a project.
It's a project.
It's
I apologize.
It's a 9-track project.
Okay.
That I came out with. Actually about to hit its yearly anniversary on the 13th of this month.
So and they can find this. They can find this music
literally anywhere. Zenas villain arc. Literally all of that, and the whole project itself is a narrative, because the origin of how that came about was, to put it to I'm gonna delve into more of this, but essentially is girls with boyfriends thought that I was fucking their girl on the low, and they didn't trust me, so that way they felt like their girls couldn't be trusted and gave them shit.
And I told you why.
And
I told you why.
And so when this happens, I be present when they're getting calls from their man about, you with Zenas?
Yo!
I'm like, am I doing something wrong?
Wait.
Because they know me.
This is how I know.
They know of me.
This is how I know I don't blame the other niggas, right? This is why I don't blame the other niggas. Watch this. This is why I don't blame them. The fact that you know that these niggas call their own girl, I wouldn't say bitch, call their own girl, and you know that they're asking about if you are around, it's a problem. I'm not gonna cap. Why is their girl so open enough to give you that type of information?
First of all, ain't you supposed to tell your significant other where you gonna be hanging around with and whatnot?
But that's more of my point. that's more of my point.
Needless to say, I got to a point where everybody just felt a need, where I just seemed to be like, I don't know, in the cut, just waiting for them to fuck up, when that's not the case at all. I'm just being a good friend. And so I'm just like, okay, if everybody just feels like I'm just this person that's just gonna be out to fuck their girl when they slip up, or if they escape and they feel like they need somebody to cry, a shoulder to cry on, or a dick to fall on, well, fuck it. I'll embrace that shit.
I'll be that for you. That's how I be at. So, hey, real quick, shout out to my 4 of 20 people who can't see the screen. Shout out to 4 people, 420, 420. Shout out to the 4
so the whole essence of that project was the whole thing of, all right, embrace being the bad guy.
Yeah.
So it was
sounds like my type of party.
Yeah. So the whole direction of it is narrative based. From the jump, it's the intro, as far as like, by the way, I'm gonna shout somebody out real quick. And I'm going to shout them out because something great is happening for them in this weekend, just so you know. I don't know how many people watch like Twitch and whatnot on here, but there's something called virtual streamers that's people does. And they put on these personas and create these characters so that way they keep their anonymity, but they still have like their personality show throughout for them. When you listen to this album, there's going to be a voice that you're going to hear throughout that's going to carry it. That's essentially the narrative of the whole thing. Her name is Irene_VT, and she actually has a big performance coming up this Saturday alongside some big names. So shout out to her because she was the one that led that whole thing down in terms of just painting the picture.
By the time y'all see this, that shit's already out, by the way.
Yeah, it's already out. It's already out. It's already out.
It's gonna be ready to be out.
Yeah, so the whole point of that, man, it was like it's a descent. You know, it's kind of playing on this whole thing of the fall. It's essentially you're embracing. The first few lines is see things clearly. It's so easy enough being low key. I'll be the enemy. So that's the opening line of the entire thing.
Yeah, this man is singing panties off, and he writes like he's from Shakespeare. Like,
so
like, it's crazy.
So the whole essence of that, man, was like, I'm constantly being seen as a person who does bad when I don't. So if I'm gonna be crucified about this shit,
but you can't,
I might as well do it.
You can't.
I might as well do it.
Okay, I'm with you on that one. That's me. But you can't. Don't be naive now and act like these guys have a reason for feeling the way they feel.
Here's my problem with that.
What you gonna say?
My problem with that is, if you're gonna say I'm guilty of something, at least give me the respect and the decency to commit the crime first. I've not done anything except be present.
That's enough.
Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I just don't know.
That's enough. Hey, okay. Watch this now. I'm gonna make this very interesting right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe that's enough, especially when we're talking about the race these people are.
I know you're going with this. I know where you're going with this, and that's not true. I know where you're going with this. It's all walks of life that I've dealt with this with. Okay?
I said maybe, and I said the types. Like, you know what I mean? Some of the people who's giving you this vibe, some of them are, a certain type of color. So
all walks of life, ladies and gentlemen. It's not exclusive to one. Okay.
All right, let me not go that way. The point I'm trying to make overall is that to you like what they're blaming you or they're saying that you're doing. Yeah, maybe you haven't done that yet, but at the end of the day, you are you're too close to home, as they like to say. So they feel a way about it. Listen, like I just told you, why do you know that their girl? Like, why do you know that this nigga is talking bad about you on like this? Though, if that's your girl, bro, listen. If you have a girl, right? I doubt that your girl is gonna disclose or enclose or however, whatever the right word is, information to somebody else, especially if it's an other nigga that I guess we're saying hating, that they're hating on you, saying like, oh, you're around this nigga. Like, no, they're not. We're not. Your girl ain't supposed to be giving that type of information.
Nigga, I can tell in the mannerisms just off the nigga, like just by seeing it.
But we're not just talking about your superpowers. We're talking about. We're not just talking about your superpowers. We're talking about, why are you making me laugh, bro? Like, all right. We're talking about the facts of what happened. Some of these guys, girls are letting you know that their man is not it's not feeling you, bro. Like, you shouldn't know that. Being honest with you, you really shouldn't know that.
Were you not incorrect? Were you not incorrect? I know, like, certain things just should stay between the ones that are involved. Like, certain things discussed between significant others should stay between those significant others.
Should. True.
Right. Cool. But again, why?
How you gonna try to twist it? What do you mean? Why? How you gonna twist? Why are you gonna try to twist this?
It ain't even me twisting it. Because at the end of the day, bro, like I said, I've not done anything. But it's the fact that pissed me off enough, I might.
Okay, then. So that, see what I'm saying?
And that's their point. As far as, like,
the fact that you think and know that you can actually do this, it's the problem.
Really knock out now. It's really knock out right now.
Like, that's the problem, bro. Like, the fact that you feel that you can do that, it's the problem. And these guys sense it already. So they're like, yo, hold up. They're like, hold up.
Keep in mind, I don't do shit. I don't go outside. I'm not social at all. So I don't really do much of anything. It's just me being.
And that's why I told you earlier that that's what makes it scary. Like, you're not with nobody, bro. Like, so that means you're able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And you have this type of demeanor to you. Nah, it's scary, bro. Like, chill the fuck out, bro.
Now, you know what's even scarier? It's the fact that somebody, if they not piss me off enough, but I can be cool and quaint with somebody for a while, but it's a certain type of action that they would do that should just go away. I recently dealing with that right now. Like, I was getting close to this person and whatnot. Everything was all good. Shit was doing great. They did one thing. It's like literally a cardinal sin of mine, and that's to try to use what I love, this music shit, to manipulate me.
What do you mean? What happened? What do you mean by, like?
I'll put it to you like this: helped out somebody with a song, right? Helped them out with a song because I wanted to practice. Through a good friend and whatnot. It was cool. Then they went ahead and said, "Well, I tried to use the song to have you like kind of fall for me."
That's what this girl said. Mm-hmm. Well, clearly, I mean, I don't know why I said it like that. Go ahead.
That's cheap. And so I'm like, wait a minute. So you tried to use the song to have me get with you in a sense, and you said it backfired because I still didn't want you.
You know what ended up happening to her? She wants him more. She wants him more. What happened next? What happened?
Oh, we don't talk no more.
Why?
Because
What you did?
How do I put this? without sounding like an asshole.
No,
Fuck it.
nigga,
Fuck it.
That's what we is.
She
bro.
said it's better for her to. She said it's better for her, for me to block her.
She told you to block her.
And I'm the nigga that's like, well, if this is what you want, this is what you ask of me, I will do it. Everything. On everything.
Yo, this nigga here
On
takes
everything.
this shit to the court. And y'all thought I was bad.
They say he
Like,
wanted
I
that
was
way.
bad.
If
This
you said
nigga
you
here.
want, if a person tells me they want me to do, I say all the time, if I'm with somebody who is of the opposite sex and I feel an interest in like that, if anybody really, I don't even gotta have an interest in them. If they tell me of something or they request something of me and they really do genuinely have a reason why it should be this way, I'm not gonna question it.
You're gonna
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna be like, I completely understand your point of view and I will respect it and honor your decisions.
Now that's an honorable thing, but that's pure bullshit. That's crazy.
And I did. And apparently it did more harm than good because they still try to reach out to me to this day.
And that's my point. That's what said like you are. Okay, so a lot people call me toxic. I see that times I don't
Like,
see.
that's the least toxic thing I can do.
Nigga, I feel like I feel like you're worse than me.
What? How? No, really, how? Like, if anybody here...
Because so for me, I feel like if that happened, so if that would happen to me, I will play the game a little bit because to me I'm like I will entertain the game because I know that's not what she means. I feel like I would know that that's not what she want. Like, girl, you want me, nigga? Fuck all that. But I'm gonna play the game with you and woo wah, do what we do. We gonna fuck whatever. Nah, whatever it can blossom up to be. It might blossom up to me because I'm that type of dude because I understand what's going on. You're the type of dude that knows or plays naive to know what's going on.
Okay.
And you end up doing what they say. But what's ironic about it is in a format of you doing what they say, even if you're playing possum or not, you end up they like you more. So it's like, bro, like that's some toxic, weird, crazy shit.
Okay, so see what you're saying, I get 100% because it's like if somebody is speaking more with emotion than they are logic, then they probably won't say what they mean from the jump. But here's how I work, right?
Okay.
And it's probably gonna be like, yeah, you're worse than me. Naive, maybe. Deliberate, if I know you're bullshitting, fuck yeah.
So you like to call people's bluff.
I'm the worst at that.
So you were
I'm the worst
toxic.
at
You
that.
were so
Because if I ask you to be vulnerable, if I ask you to be
on the record, are you a toxic nigga?
no. Because if I were toxic, I would have kept her around for the sex.
That's a different type of toxic.
Is it? Isn't that the same? Isn't that within the same bracket?
I feel like
There's different tiers of toxic.
Yeah.
TOT tiers of toxic.
Yeah, there's tiers.
God.
Like I said, that's what I said. Like on in actuality, when I think about it, I don't think I'm a toxic guy at all. At all, I don't think I'm a toxic guy.
So you don't think you're a toxic guy, but you straight up will sit there and say, "Yeah, nigga, you're probably worse than I am."
That's my okay. Let me finish.
Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
In actuality, I don't think I'm a toxic guy. I don't like playing around for as much, but I do. But when I look at certain things that I do, I can dissect and be like, okay, I can see how that's kind of toxic. Like, I just did that. I could tell that what I did is kind of toxic.
Man, look, when it comes down to it, whenever a woman asks me of anything, I take that shit like this is what she wants. And it's almost, kind of going back to what you're saying, it's almost kind of productive to do that because usually...
That's a toxic move, bro. Nigga, guys don't move like that, B. That's what I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like, what you're doing low-key is so toxic that it turns women on. It's you turning women on more. Okay, look.
I feel like this is gonna just turn into an episode of Zenas don't know about women. He can fuck them, but when it comes to the dynamics, he don't know shit.
No, I'm not even. I'm not even going to the fact that you don't know. I feel like you know. I feel like you're just playing possum, nigga. Like you just acting like you. Okay, let me say fully acting, but you just like it's like you don't really give a fuck, but you like care. That's what says possum because it's like I'm gonna play with you, but I'm not really feeling you. I'm just gonna let it rock, like. But you still want to fuck with me? No, I'll make you wait now. Like that's toxic, nigga. Like that's crazy,
you got
bro.
It all wrong. You got it all wong. You got it all wrong.
You just said out your own mata that you just said out your mata that shorty would you know in your mind that you know in your mind that if she tells you, right, to block her.
You do understand that's contextual also, right?
If in your mind, shorty telling you to block her. And in your mind, you know what she really means. It doesn't mean block her.
Contextually?
Go ahead, bro.
No, contextually, the conversation we were having that led up to that decision. There was no way I could have looked at that or she playing and not have been a toxic nigga. The way that the conversation went, where we both knew that the way that the dynamic was going, that it would not have been good for either of us in the long run. It would have been better off for that to be what ends up happening, especially if it's mutual. I was like, okay, I will do this and I will honor your decisions and I will keep this how it is because you feel like it's better for you.
Did you like her?
Until the whole thing with the song should happen.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So you liked her. She liked. Look.
Let me answer the question.
Go ahead.
The way that we were leading, I was like, I don't want to be in any relationship, but I was ready to change my mind based on interacting with this girl until that happened.
So you're proving my point more. Like,
I don't see how I am. Please enlighten me. Go ahead.
So the point is, you liked her. She liked you. For whatever reason, she wanted to play games. This is how I look at it. I'm calling it play games.
Okay.
Because she liked you. But for some reason, she wants to play games and be the person to be like, because I like you, I'm gonna fall back. Like, I'm gonna leave you alone because I like you. And then whatever, and then whatever, because that wasn't working, she's like, oh, well, because I want you so bad, I think you should block me. Like, and you knowing that low key or playing possum, whatever you want to call it, decided to be like, a regular guy would have been like, they better want me. I'm not even gonna listen to her. I'm gonna leave her alone. Or whenever we fuck with each other, we're gonna fuck with each other. I'm gonna make a move on her. Blah blah blah. Kind of she want me. Your ass is like, oh word, that's what you want to do. You know what? Double down. Let's put 20,000 on that bet. Like, you know what? Man, all in, nigga. Like, I'm gonna block you, bitch. Like, niggas don't do that, bro. Like, you finessing. You finessing the finesser. Like, that's what you really doing,
man.
And what's crazy about it is the fact that you a singer, so it makes me kind of mad, cause like you already could sing your way into the pussy, and the fact that you're like not even using those powers, it's really bothers me. I really get a little upset. I'm not saying I'm upset, but I'm a little like bothered.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed.
No, not disappointed. Like it's fly. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's fly. Like
oh my God.
A lot of niggas can't do that, bro. And again, a lot of and by the way, like on a serious level too, like it takes a lot of. Let me sit down and say it like that way. It's really honorable or really notable, whatever the right fucking word is. Noble. Thank you. It's really noble that you're able to even to use your self-control to be like, all right, fuck it. Because again, especially if we know as men, especially if we know like I could press that button, think I'm pressing that button when I want to press that button. But no, your ass is like, yeah, we're gonna block you.
And look, I usually
you liked her, so that's how I know.
But see, here's the thing: I usually don't block people like that. I'm not a blocker at all. But if it felt like it was something that had to be done, I would be like, okay, I'll go against my principles and do it just this one time. You're telling me, nigga, you essentially just dug yourself deeper in the hole, low key, by doing.
I'm
this
not
shit.
saying you dug yourself.
Not dug yourself deep in the hole, but you primed the area even more so of like what she had for you, based on this shit, and now you essentially made it even more like, damn, nigga.
I'm just feeling again. No, I'm not even saying that you even put yourself in a hole, because honestly, you did some player shit. Like that's some player shit. Is how I'm looking at it, to be real with you. Like you on some player shit, even though you probably didn't mean to fully do on some player shit. But that's some player shit to tell a female to show it, to even like to fuck. You know, it's a different story when you don't like somebody and you dubbing them. Like that's easy to do. I don't like you. Forgot my face. But to like somebody and be like, oh, this is the type of game you want to play, and actually do what they tell you to do, or to like, dog, that's a different type of breed, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you different, and it's crazy that you can do that. That's all I'm trying to say. You're different. It's crazy that you do that. I'm upset. I'm a little kind of envious that you can do that. I'm not saying I don't ever did that before, but I'm just saying the fact that you can sing on top of that.
Man.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't even do the other superpower. You just gave him, you know what I mean? It's like you use it. It's like you're Batman. You use the belt. Like, yeah, like you use a belt, really, nigga? It's not even a superpower, nigga, but it's like,
man, look.
like, come on, dog.
Somebody asked me earlier today, like, is villain arc gonna have a redemption arc? And I'm like, no.
Why not?
Because the way that it's gonna be kind of a spoiler. You listen to villain arc, y'all, and y'all will see what I'm saying when I say this. Like, by the time this comes out, you probably would not have listened to it by now. But come back to this section once you do listen to it in full. The thing about villain arc, the point of that whole story was to find content in that fall, to be that bad guy. So the entire project is just that decline even further. There's a point where you question it and wonder, is it really the right move to make? But then you eventually come into like, yo, everything comes to an end. Being the bad guy, being the good guy, everything comes to an end at some point. Everything does. So, it comes at that point. It's just, all right, we thought about it. Nah, we ain't gonna do it. It's just continued decline even further down. So there's no point in there being a redemption arc because we find comfort and content in being in this place. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it because it's it's funny you say Shakespearean, because the whole point of it is like you go from being up on this type of level of, all right, I'm gonna be good, but fuck being good, because that's always been bullshit. We're just gonna find our way back. We're just gonna fall. Like, it's just gonna fall to, it's gonna sound really edgy to say this, to fall to the dark side, so to speak, and to be more comfortable there. And that's essentially why does there need to be a redemption if you're at peace of being in the dark? And
are you at peace of being in the dark?
In this essence of being able to be as you say, in this essence of being a different breed, of moving how I move,
it's different, bro.
I do, because at this point I'm not coddling, or I'm not protecting anyone's, like, I didn't say well-being, but protecting their heart from not protecting mine has always been more hurt than healing. You know what I'm saying? So
you've been more hurt than healing.
Oh hell yeah, man! Like it's
women, or you just mean like, you mean life, or
life really? I mean, of course, be it with the album.
You got your heart broke before?
Nigga, yeah. I'm still upset about shit that's happened in the past. Oh yeah, fuck. Like, it's at a point now, and I ain't gonna say that to be like, oh, this nigga's one of those hurt ass niggas, because I don't walk and move like that. I'm not like rude to women. I don't call women bitches. I don't call them hoes and nothing like that. I don't move as if I'm just mad at women all the time. But at that same point, I understand certain things as to why when I'm more blunt with my words and blunt with my approach.
I'm convinced that to be a singer, you just got to be hurt. I'm convinced. I feel like that's what Drake is like said. I feel like this is why Drake for so long Drake has been like, I'm not falling in love with nobody. I'm not falling in love with y'all. Like no.
But see, it's not a matter of. It's not a matter of me being like, oh, I'll like being hurt because I can. Not nobody likes being hurt, but it's more like I feel based on the things that I've gone through and whatnot. Skip all the pleasantries of being emotionally attached, being romantically attached, and all that good shit. What do you want? Physical pleasure? Okay, I want that too. You want to be tied down? I don't want that either. Cool, great. Let's fuck. Keep it platonic. Keep it moving. And I know it's possible because I've experienced it before.
I do. That's why I do it, because I've witnessed.
But it's the fact that because I'm this blunt, some people feel like, as you say, I might be more of an asshole, but it's like, no, it ain't that. You want honesty, you want transparency, and I'm giving it to you.
Girls do not want that. I as much as they say that, these women do not want that.
So be that as it may, I'm kind of point where it's like, yeah, I've dealt with things that still kind of left like a permanent scar on my heart. Sure, great, but I'm not saying that like I'm not completely, I would love to be with somebody as far as like on an exclusive tip to be healing, just to be with them, not healing, because I'm responsible for my own healing. Nobody needs to help me heal from nothing, because I do that myself. My bullshit is my bullshit.
You are responsible for your happiness.
Right, exactly.
Ain't nobody else.
And once I get to a point where I feel like I am emotionally available to do that, of course I find myself being like that. I could be a cool ass boyfriend, nigga. Like I'm at a point where I can do so much for myself like, let's say, I'm gonna say like cooking and shit, because most dudes feel like their girl gotta cook for them and all that good stuff. Nah, like I can do all the stuff that
I love to cook.
You know,
yeah,
me too.
I cook for my bed anytime.
Yeah,
bro.
so all the things that a girl feels like they gonna have to do for their nigga, you don't have to do any of that shit. I know how to do literally all the things that most of these niggas be feeling like they girl are obligated to do because they're with them. If you ever pissed off with me,
I'm looking the opposite. I like doing some of the things that niggas don't like. They don't give it to the girl.
Exactly.
Like, nah, I want to do it.
Right. So like, don't sit. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, if I'm with somebody, I gotta do this, and that. Get pissed off at me and say you don't cook or you ain't cooking shit for me. Great, I'll cook for myself, and then I'll make something so good, and I ain't giving you shit. But it's just like I'm able to do this shit. So I'm not completely turned off to the idea of being with somebody. But as it stands right now, as you said, yes, I'm still in this. I'm still like finding content in where I'm at right now and confident where I'm at right now.
I want to give a big shout out to the person that broke Zenas' heart. Shout out to you.
Wow.
Wherever you at.
That's crazy.
Because without you, there won't be a lot of these songs.
It's funny.
I'm not listening to him.
No, it's funny. No, hold on, real quick. It's funny you say that because the person. This gonna sound real fucked up.
Competition, end game exquisite. Nude photos on the low, show me what I'm missing. Thinking about you on the road, always leaving me wanting more. You know I'll never let you go. You know I'll never let you go. So what's good with you? Don't make me go and start missing you. You put above the rest, girl, I thought you know. Others just ain't the same. I'm not ashamed to say. You know that I always kept it real with you. So I won't stop now.
The person that broke my heart is the reason why I started writing songs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was writing before, but like the real heartfelt shit that I was writing,
bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's all of emotions, bro. Like I learned it from like just peeping game on certain people and stuff. Like,
yeah, man.
Nobody listen. No, like yes, everybody wants to be happy, but ain't nobody want to hear the happy shit, dog. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear the miserable shit. Are you sad? Or do you want to cry? Or do you want to kill somebody? I want to hear that toxic shit. See, going back, this is why I feel like I am toxic in a way. It's because of that.
It's funny you brought up a fair point too, as far as what you want to listen to in terms of that shit, right?
No. I'm not even trying to say what I be listening to. I'm saying I feel like I'm a toxic person, or I give toxic traits because I know that that's what women like. Y'all might say no to it now and watching this fucking podcast. It's bullshit lie. You like toxic. No, go back and think about the last 3 exes that you had. And then you tell me if they all didn't have toxic trait. Yep, that one nigga was all you had to count on.
Yeah. Man,
how many times you went back to that one nigga?
Man, look,
toxic ass.
I'm actually was like, aside from the production aspect, I actually been taking a break from
my bad, but that's another reason why I feel like good guys finish last. Let's talk about that.
Oh, good guys finish last thing. I see what you're saying there.
Good guys finish last, man.
But I'm nasty, so I articulate that in a different way.
No, what did you articulate? What was your message from that?
So when I hear good guys finish last,
yo,
it's so that she finishes first multiple times.
Hey, yo,
that's always been my rule. That's my rule with that. So instead of looking at it like that, that's how I kind of like switched it onto there and just look at it a whole different way. So, what was I about to say? Freaking, it's funny that you mentioned the whole thing with as far as what we listen to and stuff like that, because that's kind of another reason why I've been I don't know if you noticed, I'm kind of been taking a break with releasing music right now. I just been kind of going back to the lab and really restructuring my style and whatnot, because if you know me, if you heard my stuff, you already said this comparison multiple times. Who do people mainly compare my tonality to whenever I sing and shit?
I'm not gonna say it because you told me not to say it.
Thank you. I see. Give you some friends like this. Give you some homies. Give you some friends like this, bro. Like, see, right there. But because of that, it's like I had to go ahead and separate my ear from that shit because it was too many comparisons being drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're feeling the way you. I ain't gonna hold you. Because you was feeling the way you feeling. I know you like. It was a serious matter of how you was feeling before we press record. We was talking and stuff, and I know you feeling the way you feeling. I would have if we didn't have a conversation and I didn't know how you really felt. I would have introduced you with that person's name.
Oh God!
To be honest,
I appreciate it
because I know what was going on. I didn't even say the person's name.
I appreciate that.
That's why I said everything but that.
Right. I appreciate that, dog.
So not if you peep. That's what just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, right. So like when I had to separate myself from listening to that because I can see where the influence was, but I had to make sure that influence didn't somehow turn into an imitation. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to a slew of different artists, like both from the new school and the old school and shit like that, right? But when it comes to the stuff that I write about, a lot of people may think that I'm trying to emulate that, where I'm not a drug user. I drink, but I don't drink heavily like that. And I'm usually not a person to go out and party all the time, like when it comes to what was being said in his earlier works. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep this going. We're gonna people are gonna catch on what I'm talking about, as we said. So like within his earlier works. So I had to separate myself from that, which is why past stuff that I've done sounds a lot different from the last drop that I did. It's very 90s, early 2000s oriented. That's what I was told when it comes to that. A lot of my music, people say they can like drive down the street to at night and cruise to and feel whether they just drive and vibe music, but also music they can feel because somebody listened to the song and they were going through things themselves. And the beat sounds real good. It has a nice bounce to it, very energetic. But the whole essence of the song was a sad lyrics. It's back to the thing, when you're happy, you like the music, but when you're sad, you understand the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of shit that I was kind of leaning towards. That completely different from Jit music, because it was like I listened to that and I'm heavily influenced. Got like 5 of his albums on vinyl right now, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like
heavy influence, bro.
Right,
heavy
I know,
influence. Right?
I've not spun them hoes in like months
because of that.
Because I've been trying to separate my sound from that shit, or even something that could be like, oh, you kind of sound like him. I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible. I can't help that my falsetto may sound tone-wise synonymous. I can't help that. I sound how I sound. But whenever people hear that, they be like, oh, you got these vibes. Like,
yeah, that's kind of what sucks sometimes when when an artist is so big, pause, and you have like the same vibe as them. It's just always gonna seem like you're biting that person,
right? And that's so much farther from the truth, man. So when it comes down to that, that's also another thing that I kind of had, like what I was saying before, where I've been kind of having like this route of discouragement, because aside from that, it kind of went through my head again of, am I not being chosen because do I still have those vibes that people feel like are reminiscent to them? And so it just became snowball effect. You kind of spiral down and just be like, well, damn, am I even me when I do this music shit? And it just led down this whole thing of like a deep rooted I don't want to call it depression, because it wasn't that, but it still was definitely something I had to kind of thug myself out of. You know what I'm saying?
This is my
you're asshole.
This is my depression.
No, like I had to go ahead and like really thug that out, and that's kind of what I was saying as far as like the sleepless nights and shit, because I'm either working on that until the sun come up. So when you can't sleep, what are you doing? I'm working. I'm got the FL Studio up. I got the keyboard on. I'm trying to brainstorm some shit. I got my other piano on. I'm just playing shit and trying to come up, man.
Because I'm the same way. Like when I can't sleep,
But see, here's the fucked up thing about it.
What happened?
I got all this on my mind, right? So when I do fall asleep, just recently, bro, I had like 5 nightmares straight.
Yo, I've been dreaming lately too, by the way.
Yeah, like nigga, I have 5.
Okay, let me take that back. I take that back. What I like to say is I've been remembering my dreams lately.
Yeah, like I've been like,
I think we all dream.
Nigga, let me tell you how.
I think when you wake up, if you wake up and you don't remember your dream, is because of
so
whatever
it's the fact
reason.
that I had 5 of them hoes and I still remember them. Like I still remember each of them shits. But here's the crazy thing, right? I've gotten to a point now, bro, where that shit doesn't even affect me. It's really kind of wild, because I already, what sleep paralysis is, right? Where people would kind of wake up and they can't move.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't escape. I don't really, it's gonna sound funny as fuck. I choked out one of them. Like I was able to move
I love
within my
it.
wrist, and I literally got up and was able to put my hands on them, and like within that dream world. This is gonna sound really esoteric as hell, but like I was able to have control over myself and essentially assert my dominance within that, so it don't even affect me anymore. I would get up talking shit when I'm not supposed to get up at all. So,
all right. By the way, real quick side note. I apologize for like keep looking down at my phone. Like busy when business call. I gotta
You gotta take it. That's why. Look, I don't even feel no way about it because I already know what time it is.
I can multitask. People don't do that to me.
Right.
I apologize too. But another reason I'm bringing it up is because I have a tendency of, if you're not gang, like as much as I fuck with a lot of people, but if you're not gang, I'm not really saving your number, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I'm not really saving numbers like that. But usually I remember these numbers. Right now, I'm texting somebody that I don't even know who I'm texting. And we're literally talking business. So I'm like doing terrible right now because I'm looking at the threads like while I'm answering questions. I'm answering questions like and going back like who the hell am I talking to right now? Because like
that's funny as
I
fuck.
swear I just answered these questions already. Because now I'm feeling like damn, either I'm talking to the same person I just spoke to, and they're being slow. But because I feel like that person ain't gonna be slow, I'm like, it must be somebody else I'm talking to. Then like, who am I talking to right now? I thought I was talking to.
Man over here playing roulette text messages. My God, my goodness, text roulette.
And carry on.
Oh my God. But yeah, bro, and this kind of goes back to the whole thing as a whole. Like back again to your initial question, because I really, when it comes down to having 5 straight nightmares, I call them. They're not fucking nightmares to me at this point because they don't even affect me anymore. Like. Aside from having that, I don't really know who I can really express that to without either A, somebody not taking me seriously, B, them feeling like I am, like there's something inherently wrong with me, or C, they just don't know what to say and they can't either give advice or they just give the wrong advice. And so it just comes to a point where like I got to do this shit on my own. And it becomes really taxing. It becomes really taxing, and I tend to kind of detach from people as a result of that, which isn't a good thing to do. I haven't had the wherewithal to really go about making the correct courses of action to talk about these things to certain people. Hell, me talking about it with certain people, they somehow like translate it into, hey bro, you straight, bro? You better not tweak out on us in this bitch where you having these nightmares. Like that's y'all not gonna ask him I'm okay. Y'all not gonna be like, are you fine? You're just gonna think I'm gonna do something from having these nightmares.
I always when I wake up from nightmares, I rarely have nightmares. I be having like dreams and it just be weird sometimes. That's all. But when I have like, I guess nightmares, I guess you would say, like I love the fact that especially lately, I love the fact that like going into what you're saying, like. You're able to like to control yourself in a way. Like I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't scared, nigga. Fuck out of here. Like, but when I wake up, I'm more scared when I wake up than I'm in the dream. And the reason I feel like I'm more scared is because it's too much of my brain is not processing a lot.
Right.
Because now I'm like, what does that mean? What's going on? How was I able to do that? Wait, did I get out the Matrix? That's funny. Did I just get out the Matrix?
No, like, hey, look, I get to a point now where I'm like, if I have a dream, there's one nightmare that I'm planning on that I want to have again because I want to get my get back. Like, it's a
you're trying to tell me that you're looking for this creature.
There's just one nightmare that I had like a while back, and I'm now like, yo,
like, I want to fight that boy again. Hold on.
Nah, I need my get back because last time I ran this nah. At this point, there's no reason to run away from the because like right. Why? For what?
I got a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so all I want you to say I'm gonna say a couple names.
Okay.
And your rebuttal is swim. I'm sorry. Your rebuttal could be kill or fuck.
All right.
Kill or fuck. That's all you got.
All right.
Just kill or fuck.
Okay.
All right. Ashanti.
Fuck.
Mary J. Blige.
Fuck.
Alicia Keys.
Kill.
Alicia Keys?
Kill.
Wow.
Kill.
Only reason I'm surprised, which I be honest, Alicia Keys not the most beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl, but you know what I mean. Your type is your type. But the reason I'm like, at least y'all both play the keys.
I know you would say that. I knew you would say that, but mainly the reason why I say kill is just the whole ordeal that happened with like Swiss Beats and all that good shit and all of that.
Oh, I guess we're acting like we cool with Swiss now. All right, what's up, Swiss? Hi, brother.
I ain't acting like that, but it's just one of those things where it's like, out of the first two you gave me to say at this point, you naming names at this point was about to be fucked all across the board. I had to keep it fresh.
Okay.
So next, watch it be fucked.
All right, so I said Alicia Keys. The next one I had was why are you gonna laugh? Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh, you really ain't shit. Kill them both.
You killing both
Kill
of
them
them?
Both.
Damn.
Kill them both.
They both
dog.
looking like it's cool. The other one I had was Angela.
They don't say Bassett. Angela Bassett. Angelina Jolie. Damn, why you say Angela Bassett? Fuck.
I'm not gonna name her. Oh, you said fuck her. All right, the next one is Britney Spears.
Nah, kill.
Kill.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a theme here. You see the theme here, right? Y'all see the theme here? All right, go ahead. Next.
What's the theme?
No, go ahead. What's next? You'll see. Watch this.
All right. I said the other one I had was I said, damn, I should have wrote most of these now. I thought I could remember off from American Ashley. I said da, 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 da. Wait, what I just said just now, because I remember when I said the next person here. You said
You said Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Yeah, okay, thank you. And then after that was supposed to be Christina Aguilera.
Smash. I'm fucking her.
Christina.
I'm fucking.
So you passed Britney. So you didn't. So around that time you saying F Britney and you was fucking with Christina. Cause you know
what about now?
I know I'm just speaking. It can be now. It can be. Listen,
Christina thick.
Listen. These questions are based of your thoughts. So however you see them. So if you see them back then, you see them now. Whatever you see them.
But even back then, I wasn't really keen on.
For you, whatever you looked at it.
Nah. The theme here, ladies and gentlemen, is that most of the women who I said fuck on, they got a little bit of thickness to them. So that's kind of what I'm going at with this. Especially Ashanti.
Especially Ashanti. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Especially
Nelly.
Ashanti.
Nelly gonna beat your ass.
Who?
Nelly gonna beat your ass.
All right.
Kyla Pratt.
I fuck.
Martha Stewart.
If I kill Snoop Dogg's gonna be unhappy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna kill.
You gonna kill?
Yeah.
All right.
There's one name I'm waiting for you to say.
I don't even think I'm gonna say the name because these names that I try to do, I was trying to be random as much as I can. But yeah. So you said no to
Martha Stewart.
To Martha.
No, I can't do it.
All right.
She got OnlyFans.
So Martha got an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What, she show her feet? Martha be cooking pies and showing her feet. Martha be cooking the pies and putting her feet in the pies.
Oh my god!
What she be showing?
Yeah, she be showing. She barely should be showing shit. I don't know. I heard through the grapevine.
I don't believe this bullshit. I don't believe
All right,
it.
nigga, y'all look at your own risk. Search up Martha Stewart's OnlyFans and.
I'm gonna go through what is it? What's that shit? Reddit? Let's see if Reddit got it.
Yeah, shit.
Let's see if Reddit got it. All right. So none of that. Next person. All right, so switch it up a little bit. All right, so what about Keke Palmer?
Yeah, fuck.
Okay. What about Megan Fox?
Fuck.
Okay. So all right, so let's leave it alone because I'm not gonna go around.
Nigga, you might as well give me 3 more names. 3 more names. Let's go. 3 more names. You got 3 more names on you?
Okay. So what about? See, I don't want to do no aunties type shit because I don't really.
What is aunties to you?
Aunties to me is like what you mean? Aunties is aunties. Not our generation when they call each other aunties. Like aunties is older than us. Like they aunties. I understand like our generation made up the whole like auntie shit, but I'm talking about our generation who call who the one that they look at aunties, them.
Oh, okay.
So for example, like Monique.
Damn, I like Monique, but I ain't
gonna lie, I'm passing on Monique.
Yeah, I
ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Damn. I said,
That's all you got? I bet.
Who you think I was gonna name?
Then you gonna say something like, you weren't gonna say Angela Bassett, but I thought you was gonna say Megan Good at some point.
Nah, I can't bring up my boo.
Oh, that's why.
I can't hear you. Yeah. No,
I thought you would have really like shook the room and said like
Don't even say the next thing, cause that's auntie.
No. I was gonna say like
Those are my two.
Well, you wouldn't have got this. You wouldn't have said this name.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think I would have said it. It's two that I ain't gonna lie that I wouldn't have said.
You wouldn't have said this name I'm thinking of.
There's two I wouldn't have said. Was Megan and another name I think you might say.
Sofia Vergara?
Nah.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Nah.
Definitely would fuck her.
What about Pinky?
Even I know my limits. I know I didn't hit a cap breaker yet. I gotta hit a cap breaker to be like, yes. There's no shoe grip out that would be allowed me to be able to keep my feet planted to keep that to deal with that, boy. Great woman, but I can't do it. I wouldn't even kill. I just respect.
Oh, shit, nah, you gotta kill, bro.
I can't. Too much respect to that.
All right, what about Cherokee?
This nigga just naming all the stars.
The legends.
Nigga maybe the Mount Rushmore. The legends. Oh my god.
The legends. The legends.
Oh my god. Oh no. Damn.
The legends, dog.
I would. I definitely would.
You would? So you like Cherokee more than? I'm gonna
keep it a whole like a buck with you, bro. The fact of the matter is that both are some titans for real. They both are some heavy hitters.
Hey, listen, I like Cherokee way more than Pinky. I ain't even gonna care. I've been like, I'm just being honest.
And it's one of those things, man. If they ever did throw it at me, I gotta get myself centered before I can like really be able to receive that. Cause I know, boy.
You know who I would I'll give a chance to, just because I wanna see how. I feel like she's not even wild. I just feel like her persona is wild. So I just want to see if I can tap into that to her not being wild. I low-key would do Pink.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For a second, I thought you were calling Pinky a nickname, but then you meant Pink.
No, I said
what?
Pink. No,
yeah.
Pink, the artist.
I would fuck Pink.
The artist.
No, I would. I definitely would.
What about Eve?
Yes.
I don't know why I don't
Maybe I'm a hoe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Yo, these singers out here, boy. Hey.
Maybe
all right,
I'm a hoe.
cool. So, all right. So, next thing, all right? So, I was thinking, right? Like you said, you're not a smoker, you're a drinker. So, what's your favorite alcohol to drink?
Suntory Toki, Japanese whiskey from the House of Suntory.
And make sure to let them know how to get the right shit, because last time we had to throw all this shit away.
Oh my god. Okay. I worked in a liquor store, and everybody that know they liquor would probably know this as well. If your whiskey is spelled with the E in it on the bottle, and they say it comes from Japan, it doesn't come straight from Japan. That is Western. That is Western fucking alcohol. You want it from the East. Your whiskey needs to have not an E in it if it's supposed to be authentic, like across the seas over there whiskey. Cause I'm here to tell you, I've had fucking Japanese whiskey with the E in it, and that had to be the worst shit I've ever tasted in my entire life. Shout out to House of Suntory Toki, cause that shit takes me through every time. I don't even drink like profusely like that, if at all. Nobody around me really does. But whenever I do, I gotta have that. That's my go-to at all times. I done made like 3 different drinks based off that shit.
All right, next, I want you to finish the sentence. I like.
Damn. Okay, so about 6 different answers went through my mind right now, just now. Hold on.
I like.
Yeah, I'm supposed to not think about it. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. From the top. From the top.
All right, ready? Just finish the sentence. I like.
Pleasure.
I hate.
Condescending.
She always.
Flip-flopping.
She always flip-flops.
She's always flip-flopping.
What the fuck? All right. I'm at my best when.
I know I'm the best. I'm at my best when I know I'm the best, but I believe I'm the best.
That's that wordplay shit. That shouldn't even count. But I'm gonna let that rock. All right, just stick with the wordplay. That shouldn't count. All right. Lying is only acceptable
when you're protecting the honor of your loved ones.
Okay. Deaf.
It's certain.
Okay. Black.
Don't crack.
White.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Yo, we went from black don't crack to white as we went. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that means. Yo.
I don't either. It's supposed to came to mind.
I don't even know what that means. Okay. Listen to my music if
I know it's ready for others to hear.
you love me if
I give you all of me.
I love you if
You give me your authentic self.
I get drunk when
I shouldn't.
wait, let's stay right there. Let's stay right there real quick. Why you say you shouldn't get drunk?
It be the times where I find myself drunk and then I realize I shouldn't be drunk right now. What am I doing?
Hey yo, wait, time out. Why does this ever happen to you? I feel like it happened to every guy, especially. I'm not gonna get into it. The point is, I think it happens to every guy. But do you find yourself sometimes, like, even if you're not in a relationship with nobody, but you end up just, you have some sexual encounters with a female, and after the nut, you just like, why did I do that?
A lot earlier in my earlier when I first started doing that. I mean, I don't really have. It's, you know what it is. I don't really have much of an extensive body count, so to speak. But the thing is, it's more so like I view that way when I give certain type of attention to certain girls.
Okay.
So it's like when I say like the whole text message going, when the text message takes a turn and it starts going that way, and then you start entertaining it more and more, and it's like after you say, all right, I'm gonna go now, you just be like, why did I waste 45 minutes of my life going back and forth about this shit when I know I should not have?
Valid.
Why did I do that? And I can't get that time back. And now she thinks it's more gonna come from this.
Valid.
So yeah.
All right. I don't like
inconsistencies.
Text. No, well, I'm saying it wrong. I can't say it that way, so I'm gonna say it this way. All right. So, text me when
you get home.
Call me when
you get home.
It don't matter what type of information. I mean, what kind of communications are they communicating?
Yeah, just like let me know you made it home.
Because some people don't like texting.
True.
Some people don't like calling.
I feel like at this point, it's like as long as you let me know you made it to your destination safe or made it home safe from where you was at, I'm more than happy. I'm content with either way.
Okay. Send me pictures when
you get out the shower.
Yeah, we like that smell good pussy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it smells good through the phone, even though the phone don't have smell-o-vision yet. Like, they just look right. Where else at? I ain't gonna lie, I be having a lot of stuff in my head and I lose it sometimes. So be like, damn.
You good.
All right, so then phone, blah, blah, blah. Call me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, back. I only buy you gifts when
I know you'll appreciate them.
I like gifts when.
Damn. Damn. This is gonna sound fucked up, but like I had an answer, but I was like, should I say this? But I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
I only like gifts when I know I can reciprocate them later on.
What was the best gift you ever got?
Damn. Oh, authentic Japanese tea set.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you like Japanese shit, by the way.
I like tea.
Yeah, that
man.
Komodo I seen you have one time.
Oh yeah, the kimono jet. Yeah,
that was smooth, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, listen, I called this nigga one time. Forgot what the fuck I called him to do some shit. And this nigga answered the phone in the Komodo.
What they call them shit? It's another name for it. It's not.
I call it a Komodo.
I can't think of the name of it.
I don't
right
know the proper shit for that.
I can't
call it a Komodo.
I can't think of it right now.
Nigga was rocking a Komodo, and then he was drinking tea or the whiskey, but it was in a Japanese Chinese cut. This nigga was on his shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Then he had then in the TV had I don't know what cartoon was playing. Sorry, what anime was playing. Let me get the shit right. That shit was crazy. This nigga having some feng shui over there. All right, blah. So you don't know what the best gift you said it was what again?
It was a Japanese tea set.
Okay. What was the worst gift you ever got?
The worst gift I ever received.
Worst gift.
This goes out funny. A day of hanging out just to be broken up with 4 days later. So it was a hangout day.
That was a real meaning. Quality time.
Quality time.
Quality time
Was at that point.
The time.
Quality time was given to me for my birthday just for it to be the last time.
So they really gave you quality time for your birthday, bro. Like that's what they said, or like that's how you took it.
I took it. I went over to their house. We went to the beach. We did all this fun shit. They took me out to eat. All this good shit.
So they created a fun day for you, and it was basically like, okay,
4 days later,
we're done.
Yeah.
Damn. See, this is why every chance I get, I want to fuck.
I did, but like,
I'm just being
again, this is me at my romantic side. Of like,
I
I enjoy the quality time. Like,
that's cute.
I walked through your daddy house naked and it's a mansion, but fuck it, it's like
I walked through your daddy's house naked and it's a mansion. That's a bar.
Like, it's cool.
This man living different lives. Like, his bitch living in the mansion. My bitch is in the ghetto. What the fuck? What the fuck? I gotta be a singer. No, I'm not doing this right. All right.
Oh shit.
Money makes
The world go round.
the devil is
A lie.
God is
Real.
middle finger
To my enemies.
braid my
Hair.
I knew he was gonna say that. I just wanted to say that.
Oh
Oh shit! Shout out to Mario, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your favorite breakup song to listen to?
Favorite breakup song to listen to.
Yes.
Other than Return of the Mac. Fucking
Return of the Mac.
Yeah, nigga, that was a breakup song. You ain't know?
Sing it again, because unless I'm bugging, sing it again.
But nigga, do you not? When you said you never turn on me, you lied to me. But you did. Like, he's talking to her about like, we're done, so it's the Return of the Mac.
That's crazy. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
You know what else? Oh, I forgot. I don't think I saved it on my phone. Somebody was telling, damn, I forgot the name of the song. It's a black person singing, and it was like, it was saying like, this is the best country song. And when you hear it, you're like, damn, that is a country song. I forgot what it was. It was a black person sings it though. Black guy sings it. Old song. Like when you hear it, you're like,
oh, Nate. Okay, so country. Maybe you're right. If I hear it, I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll know what I'm talking
about. Off the top
about.
of my head, I don't know that.
Yo, I seen it yesterday. And it blew me. I was like, this is a fucking country song. That's crazy. Okay.
So yeah,
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac. Yeah, would be the one that's like the one for that.
So what's your favorite song if you was in the gym? Like on repeat.
Favorite song was in the gym. Okay. Damn, I had a whole set. I have like a whole playlist dedicated to that shit too.
Playlist.
Can I give two answers?
Go ahead.
One would be a metal song. One would be a rap song.
Metal song.
Yeah. Yeah, because I listen to metal too, y'all. There's this one song by this group. Right, all of that. There's this one group by this as a matter of fact, I don't even gotta search shit. So there's this one group that I was recently put onto by someone who, you know what I'm saying, they're called I don't even know how to say this name.
Oh.
The Unrealistic.
What
And the name of
fuck?
that song is called I the Creator. That shit goes crazy. That's one. But the main other song I would listen to is so believe it or not, I've been listening to a lot of Dave East lately.
Hey.
There's another Dave East lately.
I fudge with you, bro.
And he had an album, his album, The Book of David. There's a song that he came out with called Trouble. And something about that beat just sounds like you're in a hurry. But like it's just like an aggressive
What song from Davies?
It's called Trouble. It's off The Book of David.
Okay.
DJ Drama. Shout out DJ Drama. Because he was on that shit. But yeah, those are the two. So Trouble by Davies and I the Creator by I'm gonna say their name right, and it's gonna be cemented in my head for a long time because I'm gonna keep saying it. The Amanuensis. Eventually, I'll actually hear them say it, and then I'll be like, oh, okay,
Sing a
that's how you say
song.
that shit.
Sing how the song goes.
Niggas don't know
Which
that
one?
shit. You were talking the song where the most of them is doing metal screams. Nigga, no.
I'm saying whatever song you say that is hard in this country.
Oh no, it's called I the Creator, but like it's the first song off the album. But the shit, you know what it is? I like songs that have not a lot, but a fair amount of chord progressions and like various points of their songs, right? And on the chorus of that song, they're very like it's a descending melodic arc or descending arc with the chord progression, and it just sounds very like it sounds like how this album art looks. This shit right here, see that?
That little promising.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I would go with that. Yeah, those are my two gym songs.
Wait, what was you said Dave East?
Dave East Trouble.
Okay. All right, so what song? I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key trying to find the song I was talking about. What what's your favorite foods?
I like Japanese cuisine, Asian foods really in general. So like I
You
Bao buns.
you black Chinese? You black Chinese, bro? Like what the hell?
No, like there's something called bao buns, and those are good as fuck because they're like little
What the hell is bao buns?
bro, those things are good as hell, dog. Like they put like either pork or chicken in it with different vegetables, and they kind of depending on what you ask for, like a certain sauce that goes in it as well. Shit tastes good as fuck.
Have you eaten any island foods? Like what island foods you like?
I mean, I've had island food like just the other day. Like
yeah, that's why I said it because I was like, listen, me and this nigga Zenas went.
I remember I used to go to my homeboy house. He had like Haitian food on deck, and I used to smash on that. I can't remember the names of them right now.
You looked at the food like it is foreign, but you looked at the food like it was foreign. Like
I want
everybody,
you to know what you told me after that. He said, you know, if you want, you can like save a little bit for later. No, nigga, I ate all that in one sitting.
One sitting, right?
In one sitting.
Because it's really good.
It's really good. Like I told you.
Yeah. So did you? Okay. One. Did you remember what you got?
No.
You
I know I got the peas and rice. I know I got that. But and the cabbage, like the cabbage
peas and rice,
what
cabbage.
was the chicken called though?
You got the brown stew chicken.
That's what it was. The brown stew chicken is what I got. So brown stew chicken with the peas and rice and the cabbage.
And listen,
Fuck that up.
We went. Excuse me. We went. Shout out to Mama's. I'm gonna say the restaurant.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Mama's.
Yes,
I
sir.
go to Mama's a lot of the times, and I go to different restaurants a lot of times. I'm a foodie at heart.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to Mama's real quick. This man Zenas acted like he was gonna get food. He goes in, he looks around, and I could tell like he don't know what the fuck is what. You know the way he looking at. So he's like, hey man, I'm just gonna go home and figure this shit out. In my head, I'm like, bro, what the fuck did you talk about? We literally came here for you to get some fucking food. Then it hit me, and and I had to put two. I'm like, this nigga don't know what the fuck it is. So I had to like tell him like, yo, this is what I think you should blah blah blah. So I did a good job, right?
He was right.
Okay.
He was right. I told it.
I know how to tell people what to, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, and I said it just like that. I was like, I feel this is just for you. This is because I didn't even get what you got. I got
he got something completely different.
Totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Got something completely different.
So and I'm saying that to the show because a lot of people would be like, get what I get. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, nigga, I know how you are. I know who you are. I think I know what you like. I know food. you should get this.
Nigga was spot on. I smashed on that shit for real. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you got rice and peas with brown stew chicken,
right?
And
cabbage and whatnot.
Cabbage, steamed cabbage.
Yeah, but like
steamed
as far
cabbage.
as my favorite foods, I'm all about like like Asian cuisines and stuff like that.
Asian cuisine.
You know?
Yeah, them dumplings be raw. So
they good as shit, bro. Here's the crazy thing is, as much as I like Asian culture, specifically Japanese culture and all of that, I do not fuck with sushi.
You're like, oh yeah. Sushi's a little funny with me. The only sushi I really like, to be honest, is the crunchy roll. Or something like that.
Tempura.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, like
that green shit. Take that shit away from me. Take that shit. That shit's spicy.
Yeah,
and that's not a good spicy.
Wasabi.
That shit bitter spicy.
It's
that
like
shit tastes nasty.
it's like spicy dirt.
That's just, you know what I think I'm. You know what I know? Spicy dirt. It just dawned on me. Spicy dirt. I think that another thing too. I think I've been eating it wrong because I seen a movie. I want to say it's a movie or a TV show. They were when I usually you just taste it by itself. What I think what they did was they used what's the brown sauce?
The brown sauce, is it like a sauce or is it like a? Because I know they have the that's teriyaki, but that's not what you're talking about.
No, not teriyaki. What the hell is the brown sauce? That
wonton.
brown sauce.
Is it wonton sauce? Wonton sauce?
Nah, it's
peanut sauce. It has to be peanut sauce or something of that nature.
Nah. What's nah? Once you say it, I don't know what it is. See, that's how you know we don't eat fucking sushi, because I know we're not saying the right thing. I mean, you're saying these are probably sauces that they use, but that's not the common sauce that everybody uses for the most.
It ain't ginger, is it? No, ginger's pink. I'm tripping. The ginger they have is pink.
It's not wasabi.
No, wasabi's green for sure.
Okay, it's
Late night drives, want you to ride me in the biz. Tell no lies, tell me if you're down to slide. I'll tell you what's on my mind. You know that I always kept it real with you. So I won't stop now, I'm feeling to feel you. Tell me what it is now, are you gonna pump fake? Are you down? They ain't on my hit list. Give you what you missing, tryna make you come when you come around. You know what I'm about, rest assured I know to run my mouth. But I'm sure tempted, but you wanna listen. You the one girl, you with a crown.
damn.
It isn't soy sauce.
It's black sauce, brown, whatever that sauce is, bro.
It ain't soy sauce, so no.
It's soy sauce.
It's soy sauce.
It's soy sauce. Soy sauce.
Okay, great. Soy
That's
sauce.
That's what it was. I seen them put the soy sauce with that green shit, and I seen them put it together. So one day so in my mind, I'm like, if I eat that again, I like trying stuff out still. You know what I mean? As much as it's nasty, because I feel like that's one thing I would say. Like, people would be like, I'm a foodie too, and it's like, no. If you're a real foodie, bro, you gotta try food out too. You can't just stay in the fucking box. Like, that's not how it works. Try food and see what's going on, and that's how you know what that's being a foodie, because you're venturing out to figure out what the fuck you really like. What you about to say?
You're right. But at the same time, when I go to these places, I ain't here to play. So like, it's like I go there.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I know what I'm getting,
but
not.
I hear my bad. But that's the journey of it, because you're supposed to be so good that even if you find stuff that you don't like, you're supposed to still hit markers that'll be like,
right, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
This is hard. This is like, you know, like if you batting 1,000 for no good shit, then that's showing you like you don't have good, like you're not good at this shit.
No, I get that.
Like, you're not good. Like,
you gotta be able to like discern exactly what you're gonna get type
what's
shit.
good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand 100%. So like whenever somebody tells me,
them corn dogs, them corn dogs the Haitian corn dogs shit. That's just fire.
Yeah, nigga, they say they rave about Korean corn dogs over there, bro. They rave about that shit.
That's just fire.
Like, apparently they do something too where they got like Korean fried chicken and whatnot, which
the Korean barbecue shit, I'm really over it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I tried it.
You gotta put it on the grill.
Okay, two things. I really dislike anything that I have to cook my own food at. Listen, if I have to cook my own food, and it's expensive.
What's the point?
I was thinking it'll be a little bit cheaper because I'm cooking my own food. I'm not understanding why it costs more than.
It's the experience, bro.
Okay, but why does it cost more for you to not cook my food?
Hey, that's a good point. I mean,
I'm not understanding.
They bring you the food. They bring you the meat.
I'm cooking my shit. Like half off that bitch, nigga.
All right,
1/3, nigga, something. Nigga, like,
oh yeah, you should. Like, you already brought it to me, but you ain't even cooked before you brought it to me.
You ain't cooked nothing, bro.
Right.
I will pay you for bringing it, and I'm paying you for fake seasoning it up and have it ready for me. Other than that, you didn't cook my food.
So that's the first day. What's the second day?
With the Korean barbecue, right? The second thing I just like is that it doesn't taste like barbecue. So I don't know why they say it's Korean barbecue.
Well,
like,
it's Korean. Well, we're not Korean, so we understand the difference between like our barbecue and then Korean barbecue. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure there's two different types of approaches to it.
I will assume that they got the barbecue from Americans or whatever the vibe is, not from their nigga. Korean don't know shit about barbecue.
We thought they didn't know anything about fried chicken, and here they y'all talking about some they make the best. Which is cap.
That's cap. That's they got it from us.
Exactly my point.
So that's my okay. So it goes back to what I just said with the barbecue. You got it from us. You know what I mean? Even though we all the same people, low key. But we'll get into that later if you want to. But my point is, you got it from us, and I'm not fucking with the Korean barbecue shit. It doesn't taste like barbecue. I don't never see no Chinaman with the barbecue grill slippers on out there chefing it up. So it's not real. Yeah, so if you don't got them chancletas on,
so it's not real. It don't exist.
If you don't got them chancletas on or your dad's like, you know, them old ass. Yeah, if you don't got them shits on, bro, and you grilling it up, it's not gonna hit because you don't even got the right suit on.
You know, like, bro, but I was in college, I was doing like the end of the year drama club, barbecue and whatnot. I told them motherfuckers, don't nobody touch the grill. I'm touching the grill.
Exactly.
And when you know what the man said, bro, these are the best burgers I ever tasted.
Exactly.
You goddamn right they is.
Because I still seasoned it.
Right.
like, why are you taking the patty out the freezer and just slapping it on there like that?
Bro,
like, bro.
I was so mad. I was like,
Come
y'all think,
on.
who grilling?
Come on.
No, you not. No,
and what makes it worse, too, is like, you take you didn't even thaw it out, let it rock for a little bit, at warm temperature, you just slapped it on the grill like that.
See, we marinate the appropriate things the day before we throw it on the grill so that all that can get up in there.
Even if you don't, I'm still putting a little something on that bit. Like, niggas is just slapping the bitch on the grill,
we don't condone half-ass grilling out here at all. We don't do any of that shit. So, like, if we gonna cook, we gonna do the shit right the first time.
Listen, I like to cook on top of that, so, like, I take cooking seriously. I feel like I'm a chef at heart, so...
Hey man, look,
I
cook. When it comes to what's your favorite like meal type to cook? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I just like to cook. It don't really matter.
Whoever I get with, whoever I find myself involved with romantically, exclusively for the long term and like that, she gonna be working up to a lot of breakfast. Cause like I fucks up.
You're
a
a breakfast guy.
I cook up a mean breakfast.
Okay, so this is what I say about you, right? Oh, this is what I say to people who say that, and I feel like this. Now that you said it, this is probably why I couldn't be like. I definitely couldn't say breakfast. Let me say that because I feel like breakfast is the easiest thing to make. So it's like, for me, it's like, can't really say breakfast, but I like to cook breakfast because like it's like cooking breakfast after a good late session. Like, hey,
you're right. But see, that's kind of what I'm getting at because the foods are so like what? Bacon, eggs, pancakes, waffles, omelets, all this shit that are breakfast. You can stylize all of these things in different ways.
We're doing French toast, baby.
French toast, thank you.
We're doing French toast, baby.
See, I saw a mean ass recipe of King Hawaiian French toast, but they're stuffed with bacon and eggs. It's bacon, egg, and cheese stuffed for King Hawaiian French toast.
Hawaiian roll?
Yes, bro.
Hawaiian roll, but the hot dogs way, right? But make that put it in the batter like how you do the French toast. And then take the sausage, put it in there, and close it up, and then
Right. That's actually, you kind of sound a little so I ain't gonna lie. See, you can do anything with breakfast, sir. You can do everything with breakfast soup foods, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, another thing too. If you're making eggs and you just making eggs, I'm not really feeling you.
Yeah.
Women, man or women, I'm not feeling you.
Yeah.
I need you to cut some onions, bro. Cut some green peppers. Let your eggs have some fucking life. Let it have some color. Let it look like something.
We're gone from the days of just making it be like,
just eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
Just eggs. Not even cheese, nigga. Like just eggs. Like yo,
yeah, like you ain't
hey
even,
man,
you
you
didn't even apply yourself.
You're failing in life. You're failing. You might as well make that egg. You might as well make them eggs in the microwave.
Honestly.
Because that's not it, bro.
You're not.
I don't like that. I don't like seeing that neither. I don't like seeing that.
You are not letting those things, those wings fly.
What else I don't like seeing? What else I don't like seeing?
Shit, nigga, I don't like seeing people somehow, some way. This whole thing with this air fryer craze, everybody's air frying everything that they possibly can. I feel like we're losing recipes as a result of this.
I heard you gotta be careful with them air fryers. I heard they do have a little type of toxin that it airs out depending on what air fryer you got. So y'all look that up.
Yeah, be careful on that shit, bro. Yeah, so like
damn.
Again, all of these things that Future Baby will have whenever that does arrive. But right now for the streets.
For the streets.
Right now for the streets.
For the streets. Hey man. Alright, so we about to end this shit soon. I ain't gonna lie, it was a good convo overall. I appreciate you for being here.
Absolutely.
It's been a minute that we ever actually had a conversation.
No, this is good.
It's kind of late that we had a conversation with the viewers.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
Yeah, a great combo.
Like, hey man, by the way, I feel like I don't say this enough. I'm really proud of how far you came in terms of just like this journey and this music thing, bro. Like to be able to witness this and to watch you just like get to this point of where you are right now in both just the engineering aspect, the production aspect, and just doing this. You have definitely come a long way, man. I for one am proud of you, and I'm looking forward to how this future is gonna unfold.
Sheesh.
For both of us, dog. More so you,
it's not what Nori said. It's not about me, man. It's about you, man. Don't put this on me. Go make me cry and shit, man. Nah, all jokes aside, man, I appreciate it. Sometimes you do need to hear people say that because when you're driving the vehicle, you're not really looking in the rear view as much.
Yeah.
So you tend to like not forget, but you tend to like you tend to like just lose a little bit of what you have been through because you're still so focused on where you're trying to go. So I do appreciate you for saying that because even like I said, like going back to your mental and the starting of conversation we had talking about your mental and why I was being challenged. Mine's be challenged too at times. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel that I'm not good enough. Sometimes I feel that I don't talk enough shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So sometimes I just feel like I gotta start popping my shit more. Sometimes I feel that sometimes I feel that people. I don't think I get overlooked because once I'm around, people do see me, even though I'm short. Once I'm around, I feel like people do see me though. But I just feel that at the end of the day, I am a hard critic on myself as well. So when I see I'm not, because I feel like I'm not where I need to be or I'm not there yet. Mm-hmm. I tend to feel like, like, damn, what am I doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
But I do see, but like I said, when it's time to sit down and vibe, I do see, like, listen, I tell people all the time, like, when we first got the studio, bro, I was not an engineer. I became an engineer because of the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our main engineer was supposed to be Cons, and he left for school. Proud of him for going to school and completing. He's the only one who went to school and complete. Yo, Shooter, get your shit together, all right? You're next. Keep calling your West out too, nigga. But my point I'm trying to say is like, he went to school and finished, and you know what I mean. You, like I say, that's why I always look at you and be like, I look at you as a big talent because for me, I feel like you're on the same level as Cons, and you didn't even go to school for it. The way I look at it,
yeah.
So that's kind of my motivation too, is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, it could be done. I see the niggas around me. I see the niggas around me that I am around are capable of do certain things that I love. That I think that is really mind-boggling or amazing.
Yeah.
So it motivates me to do the same thing, to be honest with you. And that's why a lot of times I'm always praising y'all. Like every time people talk about the studio, talk about Small Town, as much as a lot of people that F with me or fuck with me, they call me Smalls, and I'd be like, yo, like that's not really my name. Like it's really just SP, or for the people who knew me from far away, it's Strictly and stuff like that. But they call me Smalls, and every time I always try to remind them here and there, it's like, yo, it's the company, bro. Like the team is really these boys right here. Even and by the way, I could show you off. I could even prove this and show you off air that this promoter was actually looking into, I want to say, writing a piece on me, but They just wanted to give like a good like shout out basically, and I couldn't allow them to give me a shout out without acknowledging y'all. So instead of me, because what it was they was trying to acknowledge the brand of Small Town because they know me, so they know that the company's Small Town. Mm-hmm. So in the sense of doing that, when it was like, oh, you know, I'm just like tell them about you, about the company. I couldn't send a picture with myself. I sent them a picture with everybody. Mm-hmm. Is what I did. It didn't come out yet, but my point is like, yeah, I always think about y'all boys. I always, you know, give y'all credit for what I do because you guys are definitely the anchor or the thing that helped me guide myself. And I know I ain't gonna lie, you're right, I did come a long way, and I'm proud of it as well. As much as sometimes I don't see it because I'm looking at a bigger picture that some people probably don't know that I'm looking at. But right. I appreciate you for saying that, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I always, you know, me being someone who isn't. It's funny. I can give flowers as easy as anybody else, but when it comes to actually being told something on the same level to myself, I'm always like, nah, not enough. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve the praise. Not enough. I haven't done enough yet. And it's like, and that goes back to what I was saying before in the beginning, you know, potential. I'm trying to be undeniable.
And that goes back to what I've been saying too when I said, like, you know, talking shit, because I get that now too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I get that now, and I look at y'all. I tell that. Remember, like what when I went to New York, I had a couple sessions that hit me up, mm-hmm. and I told you to take them for me. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst, we ain't gonna talk about all that, but in the midst of them asking about you, or not even asking on top of it, they were playing to be real, but they was like, oh, they say he said he better than you, and I was like, nah, he is better than me. Like I'm always giving it up. Like I don't give a fuck what they say. Like, nah, these niggas is better than me. But I'm saying that because at the end of the day, I get like the people the clients that I work with, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate them a lot because they be giving me up heavy. They be like, yo, you the shit, blah 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 blah, and they fuck with me. And even I think last night or the other night before, I was working with a client mad late, and they were like, they was giving me my props too, and okay, that's what it was. They came in with another artist because it was a mix and a mastering session. So they came with another artist, and they were just like, yeah, man, I can't wait to like, SP about to like cook the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like he good at what he do to lie, and I'm like, it feels good hearing that, but because I'm not fully, I guess it's true, like I'm not fully confident in what I'm doing overall, and on top of that, because it's not easy what we do at the end of the day. But in saying all that or whatever, I just be like, I guess instead of me trying to sun it away like how you say we do a lot, I just be like, man, I'm trying. Or I'd be like, damn, the pressure. That's why I'd be like, damn, he just put pressure on me, though. Like, right. I appreciate the pressure, but it's like, that's it's pressure, bro.
G shit. And so like, I got to a point now where if I get any type of pressure or stress on me like that, I've turned into a weirdo. I like stress. Somebody tell me they need something done by this time. Oh wait, we actually need it by this time. I turn into like a freak of nature. Like somebody said they needed like a whole set list of shit done by
a certain time.
A week after next, I had it done the following week for them, and it was like 10 plus songs.
Yeah, I be trying to do the same thing too. Like I said, if I don't give songs back fast, it's because they caught me in a space where I'm actually trying to get better. Mm-hmm. So I'm using their song as a catapult or a vibe to like, you know, like let me analyze this a little bit more now, because I stay doing that. I'm not gonna lie, like every probably 3 to 4 months of my mixes, like I choose the way I mix. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I don't even like this the format of how I'm mixing right now as we speak. It's just started. I haven't been mixing that way. I changed the way I mix like almost every 4 months. Maybe I use the same plugins, but I use it in different ways. Sometimes I take plugins out and be like, you know, I'm less is better. Like I do that too.
Okay, real shit. He's the master of that shit, y'all. Cause honestly, I'm not even gonna say I hear so much shit. This is one of the plights of being a piano player, right? Or being just an instrumentalist in general.
Shit got real. Hold on.
Because when you hear shit, when you have accustomed your ear to hearing a whole lot of different melodies, especially if you're an improvisationist piano player, you hear a bunch of shit going at the same time, and you just want to do that. I've had this man sit over me when I'm making a beat, and I ask him, bro, please stop me when I get to a certain point because I don't want to plug up the beat. So please stop me when you feel like I'm done. I just be doing shit. I need him to ability to type me, be like, all right, that's enough. Because like, it's one of those things where he's essentially has like down to a T, man. And it's like, when I hear shit that sounds simple, as much as like, okay, it's good. It's like, but what if you add that in there? But it sounds good with that right there.
So you know what's interesting about what you said is that I've been doing this long enough to I've been doing this music vibe, like the vibe of music and listening to music. I've been doing it long enough to like just to be able to do that naturally. But what I've learned about myself is that when I'm not in the chair, my enhancements is higher because I'm not working on it. I'm actually just using my senses to understand what the vibe is telling me. So that's what it is.
A great example of that, Picasso. You remember that time you had him pretty much. It was you, me, and him in there, and we was making a song based on what you call it. You told him to do something and be like, "Hey yo, put that in there. Just put that in there." I forget what it was exactly. Maybe it was a guitar part, or maybe it was something that he did vocally. Yeah. But he was like, put that in there right now. Literally put that in there right now. Leave that bitch in there. He just said that, and it just took the song to a whole other level. So this man really solidified with that.
Yeah, so I'm able to do that, and like I said, and honestly, what's crazy about that is that first I hated that, to be real with you, because I was envious of y'all. Because y'all was the one who was actually doing it. Because let's be sorry. Let's be, we're engineers and producers. You know what I'm saying? You're an engineer, you're a producer, songwriter, performance, all that shit. You do it all. But going back to like the production side of things, you guys, like you and Cons especially, like you guys are able to hear a tempo. You guys are able to hear a sound or a melody and literally put it on paper. I'm not crafty enough to fully do that right away at times. So because of that, I'd be envious of y'all. I still am. You know what I mean? Envious of y'all. And it's in a good way too, by the way. But I'd be envious of y'all. But because of that too, though, I had to get better on the other hand of my things, and be like, yo, I need to learn how to like, make sure. When I gotta play Diddy and Dr. Dre, I need to be able to be on point with that shit. And going back, what I really wanted to say was what led me to be like that is because I was managing for Joe Millie and stuff like that. So when I was helping him do his stuff, I was in the studio a lot, not touching shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in the studio just listening to him in his booth, the engineer doing his thing, and I'm the one who's telling the engineer like, "Hey, bro, blah 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 blah." You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I was so now when I'm pushed to be an engineer and actually do the work now. Right. It enhanced me to get better at that too, because now I'm able to, instead of me saying, "Hey man, can you make it sound like da da da?" I'm able to say, "Hey, can you put some dubs on there? Can you put some delays on here? Can you put a reverb that's kind of blah 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 blah?" Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually doing the work now, so it's allowing me to do the work better because I'm actually doing it, and it's allowing me to express what needs to be done because I need to learn the language of what's going on. So. I'm that's how I'm able to get better, and I appreciate that. And like I said, like every other time, almost every 3-4 months, I change the way I mix. I pick a song, I listen to that song like a back over and over and over, and then I go back to my mix and I be like, all right, my mix sounds clear. But it's like right now what I'm trying to do right now is like my mixes sound clear, but I'm looking for that type of sheen that I hear that they be having on it sometimes. And I don't know. And by the way, this is why even when you came in today and you listened to the song that I was playing today, and you was like, "Damn, I like it." It's not just when I being an engineer now, and when I hear people say they like it, I'm not fully sold on. Yeah, you saying you like it because what the lyrics saying and and the melody or the beat, I'm more interesting. When I hear that, I'm more looking at it as like, you like the mix.
Yeah, the sonics of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Before it wasn't even about that.
Right.
But now it's like when somebody tells me that, I'm listening to like, okay, that means you like the way it sounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm sold on, and that's why that's why actually when you said that, I was like, for real? And I was like, all right, bet, because like I said, like that's I've been mixing newer. So when you said that, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm onto something again to my mixes, because you actually heard this. You know what I mean? Like I like the way I mixed it, and you actually heard the way blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that too, even one more thing I'm gonna say too was like going back to my mixing, not just mixing, guys, like even mastering.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like learning how to, touch certain things up on your mastering. Like even now, like for example, now when two things now I'm gonna say. So on my mixing side, what I've been doing lately now when I mix, especially if I'm doing the whole mixing and mastering, I now go into the beat. And I use I know a lot of people use like something like Fab filter, something like that. Yeah. I use something else, but I use something like that. I use that type of EQ is what I'm saying. Or is it EQ? I use that type of EQ like that to help the bass. Gotta do the bass first to help the bass come down. So when the vocals are being pierced, it's giving room now. I'm learning that type of sonics of it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I knew it, but I didn't know how to really do that. So I was just trying to get mixes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my point is like, that's my point is like, I don't stop just because I feel like I'm good at certain things. I don't stop, bro. I really be trying to like figure shit out by my own some. There's many times I hit you up and be like, yo, help me out do this, or like, hey, just mix this real quick, or just da because I'm really good. That's one thing I say. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all: know yourself. If you're a person that learns by visuals, then understand it and tap into that. If you're a person that learns by by language or looking and seeing all that, like know yourself and attack how you work. Because for me, I'm lucky enough to learn by just watching. So a lot of times when I call somebody like Zenas in and tell him to like, hey, I just want you to fix this real quick or work on it, it's really me saying, hey, I want to see some pointers that you do, so I can take some so I can take some tips on what you're doing. But instead of and I'm saying this is me being advanced too. Instead of telling you that, or the reason why I don't tell you that, it's not because I'm trying to hide it. It's because I do on it. Because when people ask me to show them something, and sometimes it's harder for me to explain to you what the fuck I'm doing. It's easy for me to just do it. So instead of you telling me this, instead of saying to you like explain this to me, I'd rather just tell you like, hey, just do this. Because I already know
you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know what you're looking
once
for.
You do it, I'm gonna be like, okay, I see what he did. I see. Okay, I get it.
Kind of back when I did the session and I had everything, I kind of laced it up a certain kind of way,
bro. You saved my fucking yo, I kid you not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saved my mixes, or you helped me get to the other level of my mixes. Because what was interesting about what you did was, again, like I said, there's always a time limit that I start trying to find new things. And around that time, I was almost finishing the new preset that I was making, because I'm into that. I feel like this is kind of funny, but maybe in my later on when I really do make it up, I think that's maybe that's what's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be selling a lot of presets. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be selling a lot of presets because like I said, like if you look at my computer right now, bro, I have like at least 6 presets already.
See that?
Like from this year, and we're already in the middle. You get what I'm saying? Because I do, like, I be trying to fix my own. I be trying to make my own presets. You know what I'm saying? I take things from other people, put it together. But yeah. So what was interesting about what you did was you were able. So while I'm fixing my presets or refreshing them or giving them some new life, you helped it because you helped me not just look at the presets. You helped me understand that it's about the placements of the buses. And
like where they fall on the signal chain.
The buses, something like that. And I knew when you record, for example, I record a lot on FL, by the way. So when we record on FL, you know what I'm saying, you can just change it to the bus. Let's say you say bus or the channel. You change it to the bus or the channel that you want to use it to. But you came through and you was like, bro, if you just make sure it stays like this, like for example, you use channel rack or bus 7. then have that there all out at all times. Don't just try to put it there. Like have that all there, because when you have it all there and you put it on that channel or that rack, it's gonna lock in place or whatever. And what makes it so easy doing that makes it easier, because once you record and you have other presets that you already have in there, like locked in. Like for example, you had the ad-libs, right? Like I love the fact that now when I record, if we're doing ad-libs now, I bring all the way down to the ad-libs, and on top of that, that ad-lib track has a filter that sounds like the telephone effect, for example. That's why everybody knows what the telephone effect calls. So you may have that filter in there already, so I don't even have to press another button. All I do is drag it to that part, and it plays. So once it plays, now it makes the artist already like, oh, that's just so hard, because they get to hear where it's going. Right. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, what I love too, is that I'm learning too that a lot of artists that do fuck with me, they understand my process too. I'm learning that too, because even the last session I had, they recorded and they were just like, nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, it sounds a little weird, but like I'm gonna let him do his thing, because I know like he gonna once he wizard, they call me the wizard. Once he wizard this shit in, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna turn into what he needs to turn into. And you know what I mean, a lot of people don't even understand that too. I have clients that come in and they be like, it don't sound good, and I be telling them that too, like, yo, listen, sometimes it doesn't sound good, not just because of me, but it's because you're rushing it. Like
a good recording is what matters most, damn near more than the engineer that you got behind.
I've been trying to tell him that.
You can have fucking Mike Dean, you can have fucking Rick Rubin, you can have any other. Rick Rubin doesn't engineer, but you understand what I'm saying. Niggas that are well endowed, Grammy Award. Nigga, that's a whole other thing. Rick Rubin ain't played one instrument apparently.
But I'm saying, we're talking about engineering, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a Grammy Award winning engineer and shit like that, dog. If your recording is a bad recording, no matter what they do, it will not save it. It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. It can sound good still. You know what I mean, but
we can do what we can to try to save it. But will it stand up to the others that you are fighting against in terms of that attention? No, niggas don't think you recording your shit off a damn Xbox Live headset, dog. We can't have that.
So again, people, please, I'm not trying to talk smack. I mean, you could take it as I really don't give a F, but I'm really not trying to talk smack about what I'm about to say. Like, please, bro, if you're gonna come in here or go to any studio and just book an hour to record, you're doing yourself disservice, because you need to give time for the engineer to do his thing. Right. And on top of that, I understand that other studios might give you just a pre-mix, and they might give you another mix later on. Even if they do that, still give them time so you can be there with them, and so you can see like where they're going with it. So you can be like, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even want you to do that. I want it to be like this. Because if you just take the whole time to record your fucking song, and then you're giving the engineer their time to do whenever they're gonna do that, you're still gonna come baback unsatisfied at times, because they're hearing something that you might not like.
Right, exactly. Both. and also, cause I feel like I have to say it, trust the engineer. Like,
amen.
When I say trust the engineer, I don't mean like, oh, trust like, oh, if he says something. Like, what I mean is, if he says by his ear that it sounds good, it sounds okay, I understand wanting to get the perfect take or get the take that you're comfortable with. But after the engineer does his thing and you feel like there's something wrong with it, and it's something arbitrary, like it ain't like, oh, the volume is too loud or this, that, and it's something that we know that you can't hear it because you aren't as versed in it in terms of hearing it a certain kind of way. Please trust us, especially if we are within that genre ourselves. Like, if we are a singer, if the engineer you're working with, it's matter of fact, if you're a singer, get an engineer that also might be a singer as well, because you will be so much better off. Same thing as a rapper person that's within that, because if they can understand what you're singing, understand what you're saying, and past the mechanic aspect and just the performance aspect, that will in and of itself make it a lot more easier for you to communicate certain things with them when it comes to the things that you're looking for within the mix. So if a singer tells you shit sounds okay, don't overthink it, because you're going to end up driving yourself crazy. Believe them. Even if you feel like you don't believe them, just hear them out, because more often than not, the song ain't even done all the way yet, because it has to be certain shit done to it still.
Exactly.
Don't go somewhere else to record it.
Because you think you're unsatisfied.
Because you think you're unsatisfied, and you'll pay more.
Hey, listen.
Because you're unsatisfied and you're not convinced.
I've been told people this again. I'm like, listen. One, the price that we're giving you guys it's already a discount. Here at Small Town, the price that we're giving you it's already a discount. That's one. So stop acting weird. Do what you got to do. The next thing is, like he said, trust your engineer. If your engineer says you're good, try to trust your engineer and listen to that. But the problem of why a lot of you guys don't trust your engineer is because you guys studio hop so much. Find a spot
It's like
and
a barber,
vibe.
dog. Think of it as a barber.
Valid.
Nigga, you do not want to go to a different barber that has never touched your hair or cut your hair at all, but you just think that they're a good barber and this best that you got.
That's a perfect. My bad for jumping, but that's a perfect analogy. And the reason why I'm saying that's perfect because listen, at times, right? We all know, like, money tough for other people here and there. Everybody don't have it like that, but I feel like with your barber, I don't know about y'all, but I know about me. There's times that even if my barber does a good job or I have it or not, there's times that I have to tip is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like there's times that like, yo, I have to tip this is my barber because even next time I'm gonna tip even for next time. Like this tip might be for next time when I come back. He gonna do a better job because he seen I tip. Like sometimes people really think like that. So the reason I'm saying that is like, yo, even with engineering, if you see that we're giving you a little bit extra, like, yeah, I'm letting you stay over to do some more. Like I'm giving you it's supposed to be an hour session and we stop at a 20 minutes or 15 minutes. That's still extra time. Mm-hmm. Like show some love on top of that. Like people that's what I'm be saying too. I don't like people be not understanding the love that we give them and then be thinking like we're not giving them love. Like stop that.
Because then it's like if I'm doing this for you and you know that where you could possibly get this, nobody would have nowhere. You might not even know this, but we know that you would not find no other place that could potentially give the kind of meticulous care and attention to the shit that we do because we know the shit that comes out of here is a reflection of us.
Valid. And a lot of engineers in studios don't give a fuck.
They just want your money. They don't give a fuck about your recording. They'll be like, all right, you recorded that good. I'm going to just throw these effects on to make it sound good. All right. When you know that you sound like you're reading your lyrics and not feeling your lyrics.
You know how many songs you know how many records that I've finished? I helped the song the song's not really done. And whatever I did it finished it. That's me curing. And other engineers ain't gonna do that. Another engineer would have stopped the song right there and faded that bitch out.
Done. Doesn't say, all right, we got a song, we got a hit.
You get what I'm saying? I'm over here piecing others verses together, making it sound like a hook.
Also,
like come on,
no real shit. If ever you hear your engineer say some shit, and you're gonna know it's this because you probably heard an engineer say this here. Yeah, man, it's a hit. It's not a hit. He just saying that to get you to feel good, so you can pay him, and you can be on your merry way, and he can be on his merry way. You know the shit's a hit. And the engineer's feeling it, if you actually see he's having fun and enjoying mixing the shit. I told somebody who vocals I mix right now, I texted him like, yo, I fucking love mixing your vocals. Cause I know when you do those blends and shit, I get excited whenever I know that shit sounds on point. Cause if I know you already did the performance great. Yeah, and I'm throwing my shit on top of it.
That's very true. I ain't gonna lie, that's very true. Like, yeah, engineering, like the people that, I ain't gonna lie, this is by default. Like the people that get really good quality from whatever engineer studio they go to is because they like the music. That's definitely a given. You're gonna get good mixing like this, so please make good music at the same time. I feel like I had one more thing to say, but you jump into that bag, and I was like, ooh, that was good. It was one more jiffy that I wanted to give you before we exited. But I think I lost it. It was still on the studio stuff. Damn. It was like one more.
We're talking about barbers. You're talking about how your engineers like your barber. You gotta give
them more tip. Give me pay a little bit.
Show some love. Be able to make good music. Be able to I know you mentioned something about but we giving them as a discount at this point. Like the shit's discounted in general. So the stuff that they get from out of here is quality in and of itself and all of that good stuff. So it's like it's right. It's true. Because most people that we give this stuff to them, we actually enjoy we enjoy the kind of shit that we do for them. The fact that people feel like as though they're entitled to certain shit when they're not, it's like, yo, we rock with you.
Found it. Another GIF. It's kind of piggybacking what you were saying. So if you're in a session and your engineer doesn't tell you to, if your engineer at the most doesn't tell you a couple times to do a fucking verse or do something, do it again.
Basically.
Hey, yo, do it again. Listen, if your engineer doesn't tell you to do it again, he don't really rock with you. He don't care about your shit. He don't care about your shit. Ain't no fucking way you going in there and one take Drake in the shit. You're not Drake. We're not there yet,
nigga. Unless you rehearse your lyrics prior.
That's the only fucking way for the most. And even still, and again, I ain't gonna lie, there's some people that came in here that they want to take it, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I still be like, hey, I'm gonna keep that, do it again.
Cause now you knock the rust off. You knock the rust off. Like you do it once, cool. Now you can do it again. So do it again.
Exactly.
I'm more into it.
And like I tell them, my favorite things are, I'm gonna say this one. We still got it, but just do it again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm just trying to show you, like, if your engineer is not telling you these kind of little things right there, they're just trying to get your money at the end of the day, and they don't really give a F about it. So leave with that message, man. Is there anything else that you want to tell them, Zenas?
Yes. So, like, as I said, because again, I don't know who will be watching this, but I'm gonna shout her out anyway because it's a big deal. I'll be posting links on my Twitter at SmallTownZenas. She's gonna be performing at a convention off Kai Expo in California. 5 original songs on a big stage, aside big name streamers as well. Irene_VT, shout out to her. Amazing vocalist, amazing person in general. Shout out to all my small town homies. This one right here are the ones that's out and about, whatnot. Shout out to all my people that's out here just trying to trudge through this shit, man. We you know, if you know you got it, man, if you know you're the best at this shit, you're gonna have those times where the universe is gonna see if you really are the best at this shit. And it's all about if you're going. A wise man once said off an album called Lord P Town, pressure either gonna bust still, make it down to bust the pipe. You're gonna break it, you're gonna shine, boy.
Shout out to EP.
Shout out EP. But that's it, man. Villain Art, go listen to that. It's yearly anniversary coming up real soon. All everywhere. Villain Art. Zenas. Period.
All right, there you have it, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to This Is Not a Podcast.
Right. This ain't a podcast.
Anything but that. Mm-hmm. Again, if you're not, hey, what was that for? What was that?
It's the wolf, man. The wolf that wins is the wolf you feed.
Okay, bam, there you go. What I want to leave here with, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Hey, man, shout out to Denver for beating Miami, and anyone more win, because I don't want to hear these fake ass Miami fans win this shit. I'm getting tired. Call me a hater. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Hey man, look.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey man,
look. I don't give a fuck.
Hey man, look. Listen.
Let's go, Denver.
All I'm gonna say is this, bro. It's good theater. You know what I'm saying? It's good theater.
Hey man, I just don't like y'all. I'm not gonna count. I just don't like y'all. It is what it is. I just don't like y'all. Just don't like, and honestly, the Miami Heat franchise is a good franchise. I really don't. When I say it's yes, I don't like the fans.
I agree.
I just don't like them. I feel like
I don't have any basketball team that I'm a fan of.
I just feel like they fake, phony, fake. Yeah. Like, watch. Look, nobody has spoke about the Dolphins yet. And watch when the second game happens, they're gonna be like, yeah, man, we can go this year. Y'all say that shit every year, and then every year y'all shut the fuck up. Like, stop with the fake shit, bro. If you're gonna be a fan without 365 days out the year, and keep it going, because these niggas know it. These niggas know my teams, even if it's not my home team, or not. These niggas know the teams that I'm rooting for because I speak it. It's not no fake ish. Y'all be with the fake stuff. I hate that stuff. Stop.
This nigga is a fan for real.
Like stop.
I can't even deny it. He's 10 toes down with his teams all the way.
Bro.
Right?
Stop it.
That,
so again, man, appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not getting no money, get some money. And if you ain't busting a nut, then she don't love you. We out.